Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever episode 55 Expansion Drive Podcast, your weekly source for all things nerdy, theme parks, movies, video games, TV, music, and sometimes a little wrestling. As always, I'm your host, Mike Kerrigan, with my friend to the left, at Blacktimus Prime himself, America's favorite worst producer ever, Didi.
Ready.
Seto.
You're supposed to say go.
Go. I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, fail.
Man.
To the left, returning back to the show, Miss Tori Foxx.
Got it right this
Fett.
time.
Yeah.
Lovely to be here. Thank you.
I had to
Yes,
think.
That
I
is
had,
also
I
my.
had to think about it.
That's my
I like Fett.
stage name, I guess.
Yes.
And to the right, for the first time ever, someone that is very familiar with the show, with Attractions magazine brand, I guess I would suppose,
Kinda,
or
sorta.
something.
The man.
the head honcho, El Jefe.
El Chapo.
El Chapo? No.
What the Dom Toretto to our Brian and Han,
Yeah. Yeah. You all got it.
Mr. Matt Roseboom.
Hello. So glad to be on my favorite podcast.
At least
got
it's somebody's.
Proud parent.
So of course, if everybody at home, Matt, where do they know you from?
Well, a lot of them probably don't know me because I try to stay behind the scenes and let everybody else take care of stuff on camera and on the podcast and everything else. But Attractions Magazine, myself and my wife Jackie pretty much run it, and with a lot of help from everybody else. And we got the magazine, of course, we got podcasts, the show. And our son, actually, Quinn, is the host of the show. So
Yes.
I'm sure you've seen him more than you've seen me.
Lots of Rosebooms.
Yeah.
Before we get more into where Attractions started and whatnot, of course, we'd like to thank MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel, Universal Fan Travel for sponsoring the show each and every week.
Yep.
They're your go-to source for all things Disney,
Ready.
Universal,
Seto.
and cruises.
Go.
Go. Yeah.
I did it. That time. I did it.
You did it. Yes.
So, matter of fact, I believe in about 24 hours' time, Banks is going to be taking advantage of that MEI Travel and heading over to Disneyland Paris.
Oh, so exciting.
Man, that's so hype.
It's crazy that it's here already.
That's so hype.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
yesterday he was talking about it.
Yeah, and it's here. It's nuts. Are you jealous at all, Matt?
I'm going to.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
When did that happen?
Last week made the decision, and I'm heading over.
Well,
Man.
Pinky's
I'm
up
on-
for Matt and Banks.
He's staying a week. I'm only staying a few days.
Still,
They're
yeah.
going to eat some snails.
No, thanks.
But of course, you reach out to MEI Travel, Mass Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel. They're going to be able to help you out with great quote, free, no obligation.
None.
And of course, thank you to Give Kids World Village for allowing us to record the show here each and every week. Of course, they have that really cool promotion going on right now. I totally forgot to load it up beforehand. It is the what is it called? Oh my gosh, where is it at?
That's the theme park one, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it's called before.
It's like Behind the Thrills. No, it was
The tourist thing that they have going
Yeah,
on.
it was
Hold
called
on. It's coming up.
called-
Behind the
Behind
Themes.
the Themes.
You're close. But they actually just added a new one. It is July 28th. They're going to Fun Spot.
Heard that.
So, Victoria, you weren't here last week. I don't know if you listened to the show. But they're doing this really cool thing where you go to various different theme park attractions or people that make the attractions, and they teach you all about what they do there, where the attractions themselves, how they're built and whatnot. They have 4 different things going on right
That's
now.
very cool.
The available tours on June 30th. It's the Sally Corporation, and like I said earlier, July 28th is now Fun Spot. August 21st is going to be Bob's Space Racers over in Daytona. And then September 15th is going to be Skyland Attractions in Orlando. It's $50, and it all goes to a great cause for Give Kids World Village.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I've done a couple
Skyland?
of them. They do some various small attractions. They have a couple of them at Fun Spot, I believe. But I've done the Sally one. I don't know if you guys have done the shooting ride at Legoland, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Sally built that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of shooting rides they've built, and then Bob's Space Racers. They do all kind of the carnival games, like all the carnival games at Universal and the Simpsons area.
Okay,
that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
Universal.
cool.
They built all those.
Oh, wow. That's cool. So it'd be cool to learn a little behind the scenes stuff about everything, and of course it all goes to a great cause.
Absolutely, yeah.
But of course, right around now we go around talking about what's good in our lives. So really quick, before we talk about attractions and where all that came from, Matt, What's going on good in the life of Mr. Matt Roseboom?
Well, working on the next issue. Just about ready to send that to the printer next week. So
I hear you're focusing on something very family oriented.
You might like the cover.
Oh, this is going to be the greatest issue of all time.
When we get the cover up here behind you, it'll fit right in.
Yes.
Yes.
It'll
You definitely
be-
need that. Absolutely.
It'll be the permanent backdrop. It should be the cover of every single issue from here on out.
So I've got two choices. I got one with the rock in it and one without the rock in it. What do you guys think?
Without the rock.
Really?
Yeah, I say without the rock.
Yeah, Dom is family.
Well, the other one's what is it? Dom hanging from the
plane?
Yeah, from
Love
the
it.
drone helicopter
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever it is.
I definitely like that one
So,
better.
I'll show you later.
Yeah, we'll have to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what else besides?
Did a couple of cool attractions. Yesterday, I went to iFly, which I've done before, the indoor skydiving.
Oh yeah.
But they've
cool.
added a VR element. So you're wearing VR, so you look like you're really skydiving while you're floating
my
up in the...
I don't know if I could do that.
No, I
I don't know if I could do that. Like I would know I'm in that tower, but just like I think my head would be like,
Well,
no, you're not supposed to be doing
it
this.
anyways. It's so immersive.
Alyssa did it with us, and you can pick where you want to jump out of the plane over, and she jumped over Dubai.
Oh, that's
and she
cool.
said she was a little scared. It scared her a little
Yeah, I
bit.
don't know.
That's actually really cool though, that you can pick your location.
Yeah. That's
Like
cool.
that makes it way more.
The only thing is, I picked Southern California, and I think Andy picked Hawaii. When you're that high up, they all kind of look the same.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
like,
say.
This Hawaii
well,
or
like,
Southern
how long
California?
does it go for? Like, does it take
It's only
you
like
all
a
the way
minute
to the ground, or no? You just
as soon as you pull your
fair.
chute, then you get off because.
Aw.
I really hope they would like turn off the fan as you're getting close and
yeah, right.
Wile E. Coyote it just say
And then you just on the mat.
the other attraction I did was just isn't quite open yet. Is the Star Flyer.
you are nuts.
I didn't think
that?
I was going to do it.
That's the big swing thing on
I wanna do
iJet.
it.
You would do it.
Frock and I are
Oh,
going to
it's
do
just
it.
like a swing.
No.
I would get on it.
Frock and I are going to do
I
it.
tell you, those chains that hold the seats are a lot thinner than you expect them to be.
That makes it that much better.
Like I wouldn't
Just
even
wear
do
a
the.
parachute just in case, Didi.
I wouldn't even do the one at Disneyland when
Yeah.
we were over there a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't even do that one at California
that
Adventure.
one will make you. That one made me a little woozy. What? I'm not gonna lie.
That's the
it
thing.
did.
The height wasn't so bad, but I did get a little
It's the-
dizzy
I
from
think
going
it's,
around
I think
and
it's
around.
the tilt. I think it's because you're so tilted. Like I think that's what it is. I think
And
that's
if the
what
winds
gets ya.
pick up, it kind of turns you this way as you're swinging around. So
I loved
back
every
and forth.
second of it because there was high
I mean, I
winds
had a
like,
good
right
time. I just
before,
after
so
the
it's
fact,
dope.
I was like, ooh.
That opens June 1st. If any of you do want to
Oh,
check
so
it out.
it's not even open?
No,
So they do-
we did a segment for the show.
Oh, so they've been doing like test runs and I guess
Yeah,
media
like
stuff.
we I test dummies.
Because I see them,
Test
I see it going all the time, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, those
Well,
are
I
test
saw
runs.
they were doing one with just like it just looked like legs in the seats, like just legs. like they
crash test dummies, but just the bottom half.
they had just like weighted whatever just there.
I think they
for,
sold
like,
some of those at MegaCon the other day. Just the bottom half. And, just bad joke.
Oh, I
Sorry.
was like, really? That's kind of cool, I guess.
You know what some of those anime guys are into. You know.
Oh, you're talking. Never mind.
Yeah, let's not go there.
So yeah, Banks is even. I think he sent everybody a text yesterday in the group chat saying, you know, I have this cool idea for the beginning of the show. So of course, by the time the podcast is airing, you know, the show is me hitting going up and whatnot. It basically he asked everybody like, okay, those of you that did not want to do it, send a video of you saying no. So I did mine as like Trinity's like acting as though Banks was calling me, you know, to say, hey, you know, do you want to go do this? And I'm in the middle of like trying to put in a video game, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's that swing thing? She's yeah. I'm like, just tell them that I'm working or something, because no, I am not doing this. No.
That'll be good.
Victoria, I saw you Sunday,
Yes.
right? Yeah. What
Yes,
else?
you did.
Well, at MegaCon. What else
Yes.
has been going on?
My brother graduated, so that was cool.
let's give it up for graduation.
Shout out.
Yes, graduation.
Congrats.
Yay.
Thank you. He did a good job. He graduated. It's been a lot because I haven't seen you guys in a while.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Saw Solo.
Actually, no,
loved
3
it.
weeks, because before that was Disneyland. So yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
saw Solo, loved it. And went to MegaCon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about it. Oh, and Justin moved back. So that's
Yay.
Yay.
Let's give it up for Justin moving back.
very
Didi.
I
exciting.
didn't know he went away.
Oh yeah, he was working in West Palm, so he's back, and he's working at the Void. Very
Nice.
cool.
Oh,
yeah.
so
that
if you
means
want
the
podcast
podcast-
Only for me. Only
Oh, tried.
Lame.
Didi, what's up?
Oh. Let me see. I did MegaCon.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that later.
Talk about that later. I I know I did something else. Man, what did I do? I worked a lot.
What else is new?
Yeah, what else is new? I guess that's it.
All right.
Right?
Work in MegaCon.
I know I did something else. Don't.
You did a good job of MegaCon.
I thought I did too.
Yeah, I thought so.
you did
We'll
some good
be talking.
coverage there,
We'll be talking.
I had to do a lot of running on Saturday to get from. Oh gosh, that was a mess.
I enjoyed the tweets.
Thank
They
you.
were
job.
good. They were
Thank
good.
you.
Let's see. Friday. Well, first off, the AC went out, so that was fun.
So it's official. It went
Yeah,
out.
yeah. It was all kinds of messed up. Finally got it working, but yeah, that was fun. We went over to Daytona. I haven't been over to Daytona probably since high school.
Yeehaw.
I forgot how wavy the ocean is because I'm so used to going to the Gulf. So it's there's no waves over in the Gulf. It's really just a couple
Yeah, it's
waves
just
here and there,
nice and
whatever.
calm.
Yeah, it was crazy. Got a new car.
Let's give it up for new cars.
Very nice.
It's very very nice. So far the name so far is the White Walker. Because
I like that,
it's
yeah.
white and it's got like blue LEDs on the inside. So it's just,
His wife Frockin doesn't like that name.
yeah.
Oh, really? She doesn't like it?
Yeah, but she doesn't name her car. So
Yeah, but
yeah.
what does she want
She
you to
don't
name
know.
it?
She calls it car.
It's her. She's just mad because I got a nicer car than her now.
That's fair.
Yeah, she's just mad. Let's see what else. I did drive an Alfa Romeo. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god, I was so scared about driving this car. It was so scary. Let's see, I saw Solo. No, so we'll talk about that a little bit, and then MegaCon. Yeah, MegaCon.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. MegaCon. Fun stuff.
All right, so before we get into the news, attractions. Where in this head of yours did you have the inclination of saying, "Yo, I want to start a magazine based solely on attractions"?
Well, let's see. Let's go back 12 years ago, 11, 12 years ago. I used to own a newspaper down in South Florida and a couple of newspapers down in Marco Island, Naples area. And had a chance, an offer to be bought out by a big company that owned the paper next town over. So I said, yeah, sure.
Well, what was the paper about down there?
It was just a community newspaper with like community news and stuff. So city council meetings, that sort of thing.
Oh, the nice boring stuff.
Yeah. Once I sold, I had a non-compete, so I couldn't open any other kind of publication in that area. So we had to either switch what I did for a living or move. So we said, well, let's cover something more fun. And we'd been coming up to Disney all the time because we love Disney and Orlando. So we just moved up here and said, what are we going to do? Let's start some kind of publication based on the attractions. So that's how it got started.
And you were able to get the name.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
we went through a lot of names. We went through some names that were like, I can't think of them now, like Fun Times and things, but we stuck with attractions just because we want people to know as soon as they see it or hear the name what it's about. Mm-hmm. So we just stuck with originally it was Orlando Attractions magazine, and we did that for about 7-8 years, and then we dropped the Orlando and started covering attractions everywhere. Because our associated with Disney, we would sometimes get invited to Disneyland to cover some of their events, and there's just so many cool attractions everywhere. Why limit yourself to Orlando?
Yeah.
So. And from there, the show and the videos got really popular, and now our podcast.
What I'm trying to think. What's your favorite aspect of covering attractions in the area?
I mean, it's just so many cool events that you get to go to. That's a big benefit of the business. Is a lot of the media party, opening party, getting to try out attractions before they open. If I wasn't a fan of theme parks or attractions, of course I wouldn't start it, but that wouldn't be a big deal to me. But that's one of the coolest things is being able to.
What's your favorite event you've been to?
Oh, it's a tough question. There's so many over 11 years. I mean, New Fantasyland was a big party. That was really fun. They had the dragon flying over, and that was really cool because...
Wait a minute, the dragon flying over?
Yeah,
they
you
had
never saw
you never saw
No.
that video?
No.
Dude,
Yeah, they had a
lit
dragon
video.
fly over.
it was like
So
an
cool.
airplane, but they made it look like a dragon underneath. And
Oh,
they
wow.
flew it over only during this media party, and it's never been seen again. So it's like that was really cool to be able to see that. I mean, and then Wizarding World of Harry Potter, when those two areas opened, that was crazy. Of course, they have celebrities there for both events, and so I'd say those are two that come to mind.
All right. Let's see. Actually, there was a couple questions for you. Oh, this person, Brittany Tootle, correct?
Toodles.
Tootle. Miss Brittany, Miss Pinky's up for Brittany. Pinky's up. Come on. No, nothing. Brittany wants to know. I'm sure she's probably even asked you this before, but this way the listeners at home and the viewers at home, they can know. Favorite attraction of all time and why?
That's another tough question. There's so many tough questions. I guess
we're hard-hitting journalists here on Expansion.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
One of my favorite attractions is Soarin'. I particularly like the old Soarin' better than the new Soarin'.
Okay.
Slash agree.
I just had such a good time. My mom, who's passed away now, I remember riding it with her, and she's afraid of heights, but that was something she could do, and she ended up loving it, and just I love that feeling of flying and going through the air. It's just always been fun.
What about the old one that you like more about?
I don't know what it is. I mean, the fact that if you don't sit right in the middle, that the Eiffel Tower bends bothers me for the new one and some other scenes.
Yeah.
I kind of like the smell of the oranges. I always love that. Just how you go over the mountain and all of a sudden you're looking down, and there's not too much of that in the new one.
Okay.
So,
and how it looks all practical rather than computer generated.
I
Yeah,
was going to say the old one was way more authentic.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
And you could catch a golf ball.
And you could catch a
The
golf
only
ball.
person
The only
ever
person to ever catch the golf ball. And it worked every
old
single
episode
time.
of Vacation.
Yeah.
That's right.
Roy Hornsby. He says, "Why do you start what you do? We talked about that. But why do you keep doing it?
The parties.
Party hard.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
It's fun. I mean, obviously, we're making some money at it, or we wouldn't still be doing it. But besides it being what I do for a living, it's fun. Why not do something for a living that's fun instead of something you hate to go to work every day?
Absolutely.
I can relate.
Yeah, I can relate.
Let's see. Rodney Medeiros. He says, favorite theme park outside of Florida.
Just for me?
Yeah.
Oh,
These are questions just for you.
Oh wow! A favorite theme park outside? I mean, I guess Disneyland.
California Disneyland.
Well, that's tough. Yeah, I think there because that's the original that Walt started and walked through. That just adds something special to it. I've been to Tokyo Disneyland and Shanghai and Hong Kong, but and those are all cool in their own ways. But just something special about the original Disneyland. So
Except for Matterhorn.
yeah, no.
Oh, jeez.
Burn down Matterhorn.
You can burn that down. I know that for a fact. You could, out of any Disneyland attraction, any Disney attraction, period.
Is there anything that you haven't covered but you still want to?
Yeah, there are lots of theme parks that we haven't covered. Most of them are more like Six Flags or amusement parks type parks that we haven't covered. But there's one was just in the news for a big fire they had in the Europa Park in Germany.
Yeah. It was like their equivalent of Pirates or something, right?
Yeah. And they also are known for, they have a, whatever you call it, a geodesic dome that looks just like Spaceship Earth.
Oh,
They have one of those in the park. So I always just wanted to, and I've heard other things about the park. It just sounds really cool. I always wanted to go to that one. So, And then the only Universal park I haven't been to is Universal Singapore.
Okay.
So I want to go check that out as well.
Cool. Questions?
Are you excited for Universal Shanghai? Or Beijing? Beijing. Are you excited?
I'm excited for it, but all I've ever heard about Beijing is how bad the air quality is there and the smog.
Yeah, I got a buddy who works for
I'm
Universal
worried about
Creative.
that part of it, but I hope to be able to go when they open. But I think they're building, I don't know, they haven't officially said it's going to be a Jurassic World area, but I know they're building a Jurassic area, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Jurassic World area, so that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's California that's taken away park and turning it into World.
Yeah, and
correct?
they don't really have a land, they only have the ride.
Oh, okay.
So the ride's switching to World, but yeah.
Okay. Tori, any questions?
I guess like we asked what your most favorite attraction is. Like, what's your least favorite? Do you
Oh,
have
wow.
anything that like super sticks out that you're like, that was the worst thing I've ever done?
Matterhorn.
Maybe
Matterhorn.
Wait, so why do you say that? Is it like
It's
the
rough.
track, or
It's
is it?
rough.
That's
Rough.
true.
Yeah,
It really
it's
does
so
hurt your
rough.
body. But
Yeah.
like, the Yeti's really cool.
No, the Yeti's cool.
The Yeti's
I mean,
amazing.
speak
That
for
made
you,
it
but
worth
that's-
the body trauma
No.
for me.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it hurt. I felt bad for Mike because he's tall, and I figure you being 7 feet tall, it would be
Yeah, it's, like, very
Yeah, well, yeah,
difficult
it's
to ride.
not only comfortable because of like the
Yeah.
ride itself, but like actually trying to squeeze your long legs
Yeah.
into this little bobsled.
it's this little bobsled, and you're just literally like confined. Me, I'm like just chilling, but it still hurt. It hurts so bad.
Yeah, but for you, it probably like flips you around inside the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Short joke.
Same. No, I have a me too.
Yeah, the Yeti was cool. It's just like, everybody kept telling me they call it Batterhorn. And it's like, I understand
yeah,
why.
Like padding.
I had like a bruise on my hip because of it. It was it was awful.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I mean, if they retract it and made it smooth, it would be a cool ride.
Yeah, but other than that, no. But on that note,
but really quick, I do have one more question.
Oh, okay.
If there was a land, like say, we'll do both Universal and Disney, like what attraction or show would you bring from anywhere else to either here in the States?
Oh, the Pirates ride in Shanghai.
Is that good?
It's that good.
Are you serious?
It's
have
awesome.
Have you not seen video?
I mean,
Because
right.
like I have. I saw the
my
Attractions Magazine version. You can see on
There you
YouTube.
go.
Yeah, that's what I watched too. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's in 4K, so you can go see it there. But so is it that cool? Because it looks like when I saw the video, it seemed like it was kind of like what's that one ride where they do practical and then they kind of would flip a screen,
like a lot of screens,
and then you get back into the practical like type. Is it
has
like
some screens, but it's good use of screens. I mean, one screen is like all the way super high, and it goes like almost down into the water. So it's like it's
like massive.
It's hard to. When something's that
Hard to
huge,
tell,
it's hard to get that on a video camera because your camera's only focused this area, and really it's this big, and it's pretty awesome.
Anything from Universal you would want to bring over?
I only been to Universal Japan, and most of the rides they had we have. There's one that was pretty cool. It went down. Is it Hollywood Boulevard, the street that T2 3D was on?
Yeah.
It went down that street, like right behind the buildings, but up above on the top part of the buildings. It like went down through there as a roller coaster, and it went forward and backwards. So I guess that's the one.
That is pretty
I can't remember the name. We have a video on our YouTube channel, but it's pretty cool.
Get those clicks.
Get those.
I think it's Hollywood something or other.
That's so lit.
I want to bring that parade over now that I see all that stuff. That stuff looks
Is it the Harry
insane.
Potter parade?
The one with
Harry Potter,
Transformers,
Jurassic Park,
I only saw the Harry Potter part, but
It looks crazy.
man,
That's
It
wild.
looks nuts.
Yeah.
Man.
Did I stall enough for you?
Yes, you did.
All right, let's go ahead and get
He's
into the
doing
news.
it. Oh my
Why is it-
God.
why is it not
just
going?
Kidding.
What?
He's not doing it.
You had it ready, but you just didn't turn it up.
Listen, man.
There's 8 items on the list.
Not a baker's dozen.
You can't have it all.
I can't.
So number 1, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Village has been named or name revealed as Black Spire Outpost. And of course, this is coming over from Attractions. I believe Brittany wrote this one. It says at last night's Galactic Nights at Disney Hollywood Studios, guests who attended the Inside Galaxy's Edge panel were able to hear exciting news about the upcoming land. Story editor Margaret Carrison shared the name of the village in Galaxy's Edge, which will be known as Black Spire Outpost. She also shared history behind the new name and the village's connection with the geological formation surrounding it. Black Spire Outpost is the largest settlement on the planet Batuu and is an infamous stop for adventurers, traders, and smugglers throughout the Outer Rim and wild space. Known for the petrified remains of the once towering ancient trees, the spires now stand guard across the plains and the river valleys of Batuu. To the first settlers of this area, these petrified spires were more than just landmarks, but the herd of the outpost itself. Those Star Wars fans who saw Solo: A Star Wars Story on opening night this past Thursday were able to hear the name Black Spire for the first time, thanks to a passing line from Lando's droid companion L337.
Lead.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will open in summer 2019 at Disneyland Resort and late fall 2019 at Walt Disney World. Now, Tori, you're really excited about this.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Like I said, I love the world building. I like how it connects. I liked how it's in the movie. And that movie in general just like connected everything. But yeah, I'm excited to finally have a name.
Okay. Matt, can you offer any more insight into this?
It was part of a presentation at Galactic Nights, and we have the full video of the presentation if you want to see it. And there's some concept art on the website.
YouTube.com/Attracts Magazine.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hashtag ad.
So also, in speaking of tying it into other things, there's also going to be a creature bay with a bunch of
Oh my
different
God,
creatures
so
in
many,
cages.
yes.
And one of the creatures is from one of the cartoons.
Yeah, the Loth Cat is
Yeah.
from Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking
so
about.
I'm super excited about that.
So it's gonna be like almost like a zoo.
Yeah, like a
Kind
little
of,
bay
looks
where
like
people
it.
traveling would keep their pets in here, so they'll all be in cages in this area, and I'm sure they'll have like versions you can buy and take home with you. But,
Which would be amazing. I'm buying all of that.
so I don't know how I feel about them tying the cartoons and everything into it, because not everybody watches the cartoon. I don't watch them. I don't know.
I understand where you'd say that, but I feel like they're not tying in too much to where like you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's a good way of doing it, but it's cool because everything that they make right now is canon, so it's cool to like have everything go
Everything's
together.
tight. So if you do watch the cartoon, you're just getting that little extra knowledge.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
just like a cool thing
Yeah.
for people that like do read the books or watch the.
Yeah, I can
you know,
see
it's
that.
like a
Yeah.
cool extra something. But
Just during the movie, this week, there was a couple different nods to certain things that if you weren't a huge Star Wars fan, you wouldn't notice the names that they're saying. But like for us that does consume every single movie, every single cartoon, the books or whatever, you're like, oh,
it was very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Solo for me was like the Ant-Man of this, because I liked Ant-Man had a lot of like offhanded references to things that just made it feel like it was just part of the world, and that's like what Solo did.
Yeah, so it seems like that's what they could be doing with
But
Galaxy's Edge, sponsored by Samsung. So
good. Ugh.
But
Now-
Mike, what do you think of the name?
I mean, it doesn't really do anything for me. I think it's too much, to be perfectly honest. I think it's a name within a name within a name. I worry, is there going to be more names to other areas in Star Wars land?
Probably it's huge.
Is it just the one single
No,
area?
I think it's just the one single area. But like I said, I was telling you.
So why
before
don't they just
podcast-
say Batu? Why do we got to
because
go?
Batu's the planet. Again, this is just like when they go to Cloud City, like they could say, "Oh, we're just going to Bespin," but they're going to specifically Cloud City on Bespin. So like it's just the city.
I can see where you can say it's too much, and people who don't know these names, because these aren't part of any kind of. I mean, besides the mention in Solo,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know that name or Batu from anything. I think Batu's going to be in one of the books coming out, or
It is,
out.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the average guest isn't going to know that, and I can understand you saying that's too much. Like, is that too much to have to know all this stuff?
Yeah.
But I guess you don't have to know it to go in and have fun.
No,
no,
exactly. Yeah.
Together.
It's just like a cool extra thing for people that care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But again,
as long as the
what
cast
makes it is
members
I
aren't
was gonna say
coming
what
up
makes
and-
it is the cast members. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just like Pandora. Do you think anybody knows half of what's in Pandora? No, but it's the cast
everything.
members that make it like really special and make it feel like it's real. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Didi, any thoughts on this Spire or
Black Spire.
Black Spire?
Black Spire, Black Rock Spire. Sounds like a reference from World of Warcraft. I'm just more upset that we're late as usual. With
Well,
Yeah, I'm sad that we're.
So
It's
second to
official now
open,
that
but-
it is going to be late.
when we
fall.
were over there in Disneyland, it was funny because we were walking from our hotel over to downtown Disney. We were actually walking right behind where Star Wars Land is going to be, and it was crazy. Like when we walked past the first time, we're like, "Wow, that looks so much more far ahead than what ours looks."
It is.
And sure enough, when we walked over toward, was it Critter Country, or if we
Yeah.
were on one of the train rides or whatever, and you see just how far ahead they are compared to us. Like they have like a full-on land where we have like half a land over here. It's crazy to see how far ahead
and
they are.
especially remember when we were going up on Big Thunder Mountain. There's like
Oh,
that
yeah.
one peak part,
Yeah.
and we all freaked out like, "Oh my god!" You could. It's really, it was
Yeah,
cool.
I knew we were behind, but I was kind of hoping we'd catch up and that they would say, "Oh, dual opening," but sounds like that's not happening now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the hard thing is like kind of like a trailer where I want to stay away from all spoilers. So no offense, Matt, I'm not going to be looking at, Attractions Magazine's YouTube channel or
it's
the
gonna be
magazine
hard
because
to
I don't want to
not-
know. Like I want to go in
Interesting.
fresh. Almost like it is a movie. Like I want to go in with this story fresh. Or like
Yeah.
I don't want to know anything about this AT that we're going to be going inside of or whatever and
That's
this and
gonna be
that.
tough
Yeah.
to
So
block
I know.
It's
I know.
gonna be really
It's really
hard.
tough.
I want to
That's-
try and stay away. I don't want to watch any video at all. I don't want to. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I really don't want to.
I think you'd probably be okay if you didn't watch the videos, but even if you just read tweets about, "Oh, it was amazing,"
Yeah.
as long as you didn't see it in
Yeah,
I don't.
video
I don't want to
form.
see pictures. That's the thing is like I want to have that Diagon Alley experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't really look into it too much. I went and you just like round that corner and it's
Yeah.
like wow.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
that seems
wow.
like how they're going to be doing the entrance to Galaxy's
one.
Edge, which is why I'm really excited. It seems like it's just going to be like and it's in front of you,
Yeah.
all at once. Like
I hope so.
Now over in Disneyland, it looks like you're going through Toontown. Like
It does,
like,
yeah, it does.
like when we got to
man.
the
Going through
entrance
Toontown.
over there by Frontierland, and we're like, wait a minute, this is going to be the entrance to Galaxy's Edge? Like, it just straight up looks like you're going in through the Toontown tunnel, and that's where Star Wars is going to be. Like, it's a weird
but it
placement.
is kind of a little tunnel or bridge you go under, right? So
Yeah.
So it won't be sticking out at you like Star Wars that you can see
Yeah,
from
exactly.
down.
It's a little more.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
hidden.
It's just I
Yeah.
just kept thinking of Toontown. Like I'm waiting for the taxi to come pick me up in order to bring me through. Number 2, more Star Wars news. There's actually be a lot of Star Wars today. Sorry, guys. Star Wars Boba
Not
Fett movie
sorry.
is in the works with James Mangold to direct. James Mangold is writing and will direct a Star Wars standalone movie centered on Boba Fett, the featured bounty hunter and fan favorite character, The Hollywood Reporter has exclusively learned. The reveal comes as Disney and Disney-owned Lucasfilm prepared for the release of the latest Star Wars standalone film, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Solo, which opened Friday, is the second movie to be spun from the main Star Wars line. Rogue One: A Star Wars Story was the first, but is the first to focus on a particular character. Lucasfilm is developing movies on a slew of characters, including Obi-Wan Kenobi, which has Stephen Daldry in negotiations to direct, although no writers are working on a script. It was rumored that Simon Kinberg, the writer-producer behind the X-Men franchise and films such as The Martian, was working on a Boba Fett movie. While Lucasfilm and Disney won't make any official confirmation, sources say that Mangold will co-write the script with Kinberg, who also produced the Boba Fett project. Kinberg and Mangold are close, having worked on Logan, the X-Men spinoff that earned high praise last year. Boba Fett was originally introduced in the 1980s Empire Strikes Back and then appeared in 1983's Return of the Jedi as a mercenary who brings Han Solo to the slug-like crime lord Jabba the Hutt. Despite having a helmet over his face and very limited time on screen, not to mention a slapstick death, the character with his jetpack and battle-scarred armor grew to cult status. The George Lucas prequels showed Boba Fett's origin as a subplot, but more importantly, his escapades were featured in various books, comics, animated series, video games, and merchandising. Jeremy Bulloch inhabited the role in the initial movies. Details for the Boba Fett storyline are being kept deep in the Sarlacc pit. Get it? Mangold brought prestige to the superhero genre with Logan, which he co-wrote and directed and was produced by Kinberg. The X-Men standalone film featuring Wolverine earned the filmmaker plaudits as well as the Oscar nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay. So, are you excited about this one, Victoria?
Y'all know Boba Fett's my favorite, so absolutely.
Is James Mangold going to be able to do a good job with him?
Like, if you remember, Logan was my number 1 movie of last year. Like, I'm ready for this. Like, especially if it's them. Although I do have to say, someone on the internet posted to give it to Taika Waititi, and I would totally be down for that as well. I think that'd be really fun.
You would want like that Thor Ragnarok kind of half comedy thing?
Absolutely. With Boba Fett? Oh my god, yes.
I don't know. I
That'd
don't
be
see Boba as being
amazing.
a comedic type character.
Yeah, but people didn't see Thor like that either. And here we are.
Yeah, true. Didi?
I could see Boba Fett movie being like a Cowboy Bebop movie. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that
Ran
kind of
with
stuff.
that.
I've actually never
yeah.
watched Cowboy Bebop.
It's the greatest anime of all time. Yeah. And number 20 also IGN as the top greatest show of all time. But anyway, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. I haven't seen Logan, so I can't really say much for the director.
Wait,
I
really?
can't believe you haven't seen Logan. Are you serious?
Too absolutely terrified to watch it.
Oh, because
you'd be
okay.
sad. Well,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like don't
Yeah.
watch the last 10 minutes.
And don't watch Deadpool too. Just a heads up.
Well, the first
yeah,
5
yeah.
minutes, just close your eyes.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah. He straight up spoils what happens
Yeah.
at the end of Logan.
Well,
So
he dies, I know.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, but like it's how he died. Like it's like.
Oh,
anyway,
Yeah, it's actually quite funny.
Yeah,
it's great.
that was great. But yeah, so I mean, I guess it's cool. I guess. I mean, it is a movie that everyone's wanted. I would like to see a Boba Fett movie, actually, unlike a Solo movie. But I do want to see the movie, though. Don't get me wrong. But
No, I'm cool.
Yeah,
I don't care what y'all say.
I think
it's probably gonna happen, and I'm real excited. So.
so Boba Fett's gonna be a cool movie. I'd like to see it.
Matt, any?
I'm excited for it. I think there's a lot you can do with the character just because we don't know a lot about what happened between when he was a kid and what happened to him in Return of the Jedi. So I think it'll be really interesting.
Does
Yeah, it's a
does
lot of
everybody
empty
think
time.
that it's still going to be the kid Boba Fett from Attack of the Clones? That because everybody's even said that maybe it's someone that kills kid Boba Fett and
like
takes over the
someone
helm
took-
because nobody liked hit that story of
I
it
don't.
being
Yeah,
Okay.
about
a
the sort of
clone.
being
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a mantle
Yeah,
that
yeah.
someone takes up. I
Yeah.
don't really like that. I would prefer it be the same Boba it's always
But-
been.
Django was the clone. His
Yeah,
son
Django's
wasn't a clone.
Yeah, Django
Well,
was a clone.
Well,
he was a
Boba was a
clone
clone
of
too,
him,
just
yeah.
like
But he was a slowed down clone.
yeah.
He was a clone that was allowed to progress at a normal rate,
Yeah.
so he had a regular like rate of
Life, type deal.
Could the actor still play him?
You mean Daniel Logan?
Yeah.
I don't see. Me and my friends were having this discussion this weekend. I don't know. Like, I think he would totally do it. He has his own.
Yeah,
Boba
I think
Fett
he's
suit.
already said he
goes
wants
to
to.
every
Pretty cool.
convention. Like, I think he's been trying for years, to be quite honest, to make it happen. But I don't know.
I think
I'm not
it's
sure if
probably
they
one
would
of
have
those
him do
things that
it.
would be cool that they're not going to do. It's probably going to be somebody else, but
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think they would switch. I think it'll still be the kid. I mean, I don't think they'd switch.
Well,
it and
if they change the actor, like we all assume that they're going to, do they go ahead and say that it was somebody else rather than?
I don't think you have to because he was a
No, you
kid
don't
and now
have
he's
to.
a grown up.
All right, just
Yeah.
asking.
I mean, we don't know. Do we know how old he was when he died?
I think
Boba
him.
Fett?
I think
How
him.
many
that
years
there's
went in
I'm sure
between?
there's an estimate somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure someone
but-
knows.
So
yeah,
I think
but-
he was
I
an older
mean-
guy. I think he'd been like.
Well, you figure
well,
Attack of the
not
Clones,
as
he was
old
like
as
12.
Obi-Wan, but
Yeah. So I mean, he was probably like he was up there.
yeah. So this could be in any part of his life because if they think it may become a series of movies,
Yeah.
they may start young. They may start
Which
when
would
he
be amazing.
when he's a kid or
I don't want to.
shortly
Yeah.
after that.
I mean, they cover a lot in the Clone Wars as well with
Mm-hmm.
like what happened with him, but I feel like I would want like kind of like 20s, like kind of like 20s to 30s, like Boba. I'd
Do you
be cool
think?
with that?
Do you think with they did cover a lot of it with in Attack of the Clones, or not Attack of the Clones,
Clone
but
Wars,
Clone
yeah,
Wars.
Clone
So maybe they go a little bit more into his time with Aurra Sing and Bosk and
That
stuff.
is exactly what I want. Thank you very much. Yes, I love Aurra Sing. She's one of my favorites, and I hope so hard she has to be in this movie. Like, well, depending on the timeline, because
She's only been in one
reasons,
movie.
but-
Was Phantom Menace and like for a hot second, right?
yes, and she was mentioned in Solo.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
she didn't have a good.
You know who I'm
ending
talking
on
about, right?
Solo.
Yeah, but I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Are they going to go to about the Mandalorians? Because that would be
See,
awesome.
That would also be
He's Mandalorian.
yes,
But it's
that would
never
also
even
be a cool
referenced
thing.
in Attack of the
Yeah.
Clones whatsoever.
Well,
Are you?
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Clone
it
Wars at
doesn't
all?
really-
Nothing in Clone Wars about the Mandalorians.
I don't think so. Like maybe
I honestly haven't.
I don't remember. It's been
very
a
long time
minute
since I
since I've
watched
seen the
those,
Clone
yeah.
Wars, but
It's unfortunate.
I mean, the Mandalorians are in Clone Wars and Rebels.
Are they
but-
really?
Yeah, it would just have to be one of those things that it was like him, like more like revisiting his past, like because
Yeah.
I wouldn't see because it wouldn't. I don't think it would actually like come up if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it would have to be like he decides to go back or whatever type
Yeah.
thing.
Because they are my favorite race of people in anything
Well, then you
ever.
need to watch Rebels.
I don't know where to watch it. That's
The
the problem.
internet?
I don't because it's not on Netflix or.
We'll,
I think
we'll
it's
talk
on-
later.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think it's just on like the Disney website. Like
Yeah, I think you may
I
even
think
find it
there's
on there.
some on there. Yeah.
Well, I'll show you later.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. Hopefully, they still do it because they had some issues this weekend. Number 3, Solo sputters at the box office, raising worries of Star Wars fatigue. In the first big box office test of Hollywood's high-stakes summer season, Solo, a Star Wars story, collected about $83.3 million between Friday and Sunday, a huge total for any franchise film, unless that franchise is Star Wars, which has always performed at stratospheric levels. Solo also sputtered overseas, with initial ticket sales stood at about $65 million. Solo, which cost Disney and Lucasfilm division at least $400 million to make and market worldwide, will collect roughly $101 million over the entire Memorial Day weekend in North America, according to ComScore. Disney had been hoping that the movie, focused on a young Han Solo and directed by Ron Howard, would take in closer to $140 million. To compare, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, generated $155 million over its first 3 days in theaters in 2016. Star Wars The Last Jedi arrived to $220 million in December. What happened? Multiplex gridlock for a start. Solo arrived in the shadow of the Death Star, Avengers Infinity War, and hot on the heels of Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 placed second over the weekend, taking in $42.7 million between Friday and Sunday, for a 2-week domestic total of $207.4 million. Disney's Infinity War was third, collecting $16.5 million for a 5-week total of $622 million.
Jesus, it's crazy.
All right, so like you said in the article, any other movie franchise, this is great numbers. But for a Star Wars movie, it's the worst performing Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, but
I think people just were like you didn't see it like opening weekend.
Well, I saw it Monday, so Memorial Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people were like, I'll see it.
Yeah, like,
I don't
not
have
in
to
a
see it
rush.
right away, but I'll see it. And
Yeah.
I think all those people will eventually see it. So I think the numbers will continue to grow. But
I
I
agree
just
with
don't
you.
think. I don't think it's in any. I don't think it's going to worry them about making another one.
No, and you know, in it, I even read a thing about how this is Ron Howard's best movie.
Yeah.
Like this is the
Best performing, yeah.
best performing movie that Ron Howard's ever done. Like, and I honestly blame their marketing and everything. Their marketing and their promotion and all of that for this was like far less than any other movie I've seen. Like the trailer was out super late. Like I think it honestly had a lot to do with their marketing and their promoting of it. So
I think when they switched directors, people got worried. Then the marketing didn't
Also
kick
that,
in
yeah.
early enough, so people got worried. So people were like worried that this is a bad movie. It's not, but I think that kept them from like getting excited. You weren't excited about it, right?
No, I don't think any of us were really excited for it. No,
Well,
minus Tori, because if it's Star Wars, she's excited for it. But like Didi, you and I were both talking before the movie was coming. We're like, yeah, there's no hype for this movie for us whatsoever. Like we'll see it, but it's just nothing that like, oh yeah, we need to be there Thursday at 8 p.m.
Correct. Also, it's not a knock. This is not a movie that I don't think people really wanted to see. A solo movie,
Especially with not Harrison Ford.
especially without Harrison Ford. I think, like we were talking about before, if it was a Boba Fett movie, I think people would be like, "Oh crap, I gotta go." Or if it was like Obi-Wan, oh man, that would be with the Ewan McGregor, because what happens between?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great story if you read the books back in the day. But anyway, yeah, I think people would see that, but I think solo, and of course the director change, and then I think a lot of people just kind of saw it as, I hate to say it, a movie pass movie. So I think just kind of see it later. So because I'm still not in a rush to see it, even though I do want to see it because everyone says it's a great movie. It's a heist movie, which I love heist movies.
I wouldn't say it's a great movie. I'll say that right now.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it's a great movie. I was thoroughly entertained by it, though. I don't think it's a great movie. Now there are some people like our friend Kyle Ware. He said that he liked it more than Rogue One.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I
That's
can
a
say
little
that, but it was
extreme for me as
close. But Rogue One was really good. I really enjoyed Solo. I don't know if I liked Alden Ehrenreich. He wasn't Han Solo for me until the end.
was it when he did the?
We'll talk later, just in
Okay.
case.
Don't worry.
There were certain things that
There were
like
gestures he did that were it was just
Yeah.
like, that is like a Han Solo
it just
move.
he
Like,
wasn't cocky enough for me. Like he didn't. I know it's the origin of
I
him or
think
whatever.
that's part
But
of the
like
point, though, is to show
it
like
just-
these things happened to him and made him this way.
it was a struggle for me to put in my mind that was Han. It was a struggle the entire movie, whether it be the beginning or the end of the movie. And of course, that's because I'm used to Harrison Ford. But it was very difficult for me to just say, hey, that's Han.
No, I
not
agree.
just like look wise, but just like I don't know if his acting wasn't there or what. But the movie was good. I really liked it. There's definitely, like we were talking about, with the director change, there's definitely parts of it where you can tell that it's two totally different movies. There was some comedy in it that was just like, I don't think that was really that funny, but they're trying, I guess. And then you see, the Ron Howard stuff, and it was like, okay, I get what they're trying to do, but I think it was the whole thing of two movies going together and them not knowing, what they wanted to do. Just like with Justice League. Justice League, I think, suffered from the same thing, where Justice League didn't know what kind of movie it wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we want to be, this kind of, funny haha movie, Avengers, style, because that's when, oh god, what's his name came in?
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon came in
Zack
because
Snyder.
originally it was Zack Snyder and it was all super dark and everything. But
Yeah.
then you see how they tried to do the comedy thing and it just didn't work
Yeah.
because there's two totally different movies.
Yeah,
This one
exactly.
wasn't that bad, but you can
see the
definitely tell.
discourse,
Yeah.
And I mean, I agree with you. Not necessarily when I was watching the movie, like I accepted it was Han, but afterwards thinking about this story combining with what I already knew about Han, it actually was kind of hard for me to like compartmentalize everything.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of hard for me to be like, yeah, that happened to that Harrison Ford. Like this happened to him.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's weird.
And then and to also add on to the marketing, how terrible it was. No one knew what the movie was about. Like I think that's a big one. I think no one
but
knew.
I think that's partially like trying to keep the mystery, because I think that a lot of telling what the movie was about would have ruined the backstories of a lot of characters.
But I think because I didn't know what type of movie it was going to be. You know what I mean? Like I knew it was going to be a Star Wars movie about Han Solo, but I didn't know what type of
Oh yeah,
like hijinks it was going to have.
yeah.
I didn't know it was supposed to be
a heist
technically
movie
heist
though
movie.
before the movie came out.
See, I didn't know that at all.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
didn't know until like when previews started. Like not previews. people started like who watched the preview was like, oh my god, it's a heist movie, it's great.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh, okay, like thanks.
But yeah, they definitely didn't put it out there like for everyone to know.
No,
Yeah.
the marketing is just a bunch of.
It was weird.
Well, the only trailer I saw was the Super Bowl one,
and that was the first one that released,
Yep.
and the only one
which was 4 months. No,
Not even.
not even. It was like
Yeah.
3.5 months
Yeah.
prior to the movie coming
Yeah,
out.
they should have dropped a trailer when The Last Jedi came out. That's
And-
when they should have dropped the trailer.
and even then, I think they were still doing reshoots when that
Yeah.
trailer came out.
Yeah.
So
They like fast tracked that movie.
I tell you what, though. All right, so go see the movie for sure.
I'm gonna try-
But
I'll try
you will
tonight.
fall in love with Emilia Clarke even more so in this movie.
more than I
She's
already
great.
do.
She's
great.
amazing.
She's
I love
so
her.
great.
Love her, love her, love her.
Tell me she brings on some like joy dragons or something like that.
Just watch the movie. Watch
Just
the movie.
watch the movie.
Some video game news. God of War sells over 5 million copies.
Wow.
Boy.
Boy, I was just gonna say boy.
Boy. The newest God of War has sold over 5 million copies, according to Sony, making it the fastest-selling PlayStation 4 exclusive. The news comes from Sony Investors Relations Day report, where the company is more than happy to tell its stockholders how well they are doing. The new PlayStation chief, John Codera, who you might remember for recently commenting on the state of the portable gaming at Sony, announced the figure. 5 million copies in a month is a fast-selling number, but even in absolute terms, it puts the game in the top 20 selling PS4 titles, period.
Wow.
Even if it stopped selling today, it would be a massive success.
And it's not going to stop selling today. That's the crazy
It's
part.
so good. It's so good. Did Quinn pick that up?
Not yet. No.
Oh man,
So I know I said before that I was curious like if it was just going to make my top 5. It's in my top 5 games of all time. Of all time.
Oh, I did not. There's a Valkyrie that I've been on for if I'm going to combine my
don't
hours.
worry about the Valkyries.
Just do,
5 hours.
do the main
Go-
thing. Do the main stuff.
Yeah,
Come back later.
Do the Valkyries later. Finish the game. Go back home and tell me when you do it.
Okay.
It's so good.
I just hope that
It's so good.
with this crazy number and then Barlog saying that he has like 5 games ready, I hope the Sony doesn't hurry rush him.
I don't think so. I think they know that Corey's got a great thing going, and they know they want a great single player game just like what this one was.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do anything.
You don't want them to Cars to it. Am I right?
So I thought today was going to be a slow news day because that's all I had at first. And then shenanigans happened right around 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Everything happened.
Roseanne has been canceled, everybody.
Bye.
So remember when they announced that the second season was coming right after that first episode? Yeah, they're not so much anymore. The network pulled the plug on the hit show after Roseanne Barr made some controversial comments on Twitter Tuesday morning about the former White House advisor Valerie Jarrett. The tweet has since been deleted. The following statement was provided to IGN by ABC. Roseanne's Twitter statement is abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values, and we have decided to cancel her show, said Channing Dungji, president of ABC Entertainment. Barr has since issued an apology on Twitter, which reads, I apologize to Valerie Jarrett and to all Americans. I am truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. I should have known better. Forgive me, my joke was in bad taste. The new iteration of this classic sitcom has been performing quite well for ABC. The show's 2-part premiere debuted to massive numbers, beating recent Game of Thrones and Walking Dead viewerships. A 13-episode, 11th season was set to air this fall prior to the cancellation.
Dang.
I like that show.
It's crazy. Like,
I feel bad for everyone
I
else
know,
involved
everybody else
that
on the
didn't
show.
do anything
Right?
wrong.
I'm wondering why they can't just kill her off and let call it the
Kill her off. Oh my god.
well, I actually
like
made,
House of Cards it.
Well, I made this joke to someone at work today. Spoilers if you haven't been watching Roseanne. It's really not that big of a story, show. So, oh well.
No one's gonna get mad at you.
The last episode that aired, last week or 2 weeks ago, she's scheduled to get surgeries on her knees, right?
Yeah.
So, just say that
The
something
news- the
happened
surgery
wrong with
went
the
wrong.
surgery, and have Dan take over the family.
And the sister moves in.
Yeah,
or whatever,
Darlene and
yeah.
Kelly are there. Or not Kelly. Becky. Have Darlene and Becky. Help out. I think you perfectly do Roseanne without Roseanne.
I think
You just call it the Connors or something.
That's what I said, and I think maybe does she have some ownership of the show because it's her
I don't know.
show?
Yeah,
that's
it's
the only thing I
possible.
can think of.
Yeah.
'Cause why wouldn't you do that? Well, just fire her.
Yeah.
It's such a shame because even though the character Roseanne in the show, she was the avid Trump supporter, and I've made it quite obvious that I am not. I still found the whole thing funny. Politics can still be funny if they're lighthearted like that. It's like, okay, I can get past it. It's still funny to me. But once you're making comments like Planet of the Apes and stuff like that, it's not so good.
It's not okay.
Have you watched any of it yet?
Yeah, I saw I think 4 episodes.
What were you thinking of it?
Oh, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it dropped off just a little bit after the first 2. Yeah. But after that, I thought it was still good, watchable. Like, I'd still watch it, but that stinks.
Yeah, it sucks because it was a good show. It was come back and it felt just like old Roseanne. Where Fuller House came on, it still wasn't the same show.
Yeah,
they tried to do it, but Roseanne still felt like Roseanne, just with more characters. And I mean, they had everybody come back. You had all the old friends come back. The mother came back. This person came back. I was waiting for George Clooney to show up at some point. It was so good, and then this happened, and you're just like, yeah, Roseanne. Why do you have to be Roseanne?
What a Didi.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I feel bad, Sarah Gilman, is that her name?
Gilbert?
Gilbert, yeah. She's the one who plays Darlene. Of course, she's on not The View. What's the other one now?
The CBS
the Talk, or I think is what it's called, The Talk.
Yeah, I think
she made a comment today saying that, she, is disappointed by, her comments, and that not everybody, feels the same way, and it sucks that it affects, not only the cast, but the crew as well.
Yeah,
now
they're
all
all the crew members that's
Which
their
all
job.
goes back to why not just kill her off? And
Yeah.
like I say, it has to be something where she must have some kind of ownership of it because I don't know.
And somebody was asking, why don't somebody else just pick it up? But I don't think I think ABC owns the rights to it. Whether it be half ownership or Roseanne or the other, or whatever. But because I didn't realize this, but I think we talked about it before. The Tim Allen show that was on
Last Man Standing.
Yeah, I didn't realize got picked up by Fox.
Fox
I had
picked it
no
up.
idea.
Yep.
And I actually really like that show, even though the show or Tim Allen in the show is very right wing, supports Trump in the show, or whatever. I still found it funny. As being a liberal, I still found it funny. I still laugh at it. So I'm excited for that show to come back because comedy's comedy.
Yeah. Brooklyn Nine-Nine got dropped.
Yeah, and then picked up by NBC.
Or NBC.
Saved by the
NBC.
fans.
I don't think anybody's going to pick that up. It's just that's like
You don't want to touch it.
Do you think Netflix might not?
What, Roseanne?
No.
I wouldn't
Maybe
doubt
Fox News.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would pick that up.
It would only be Fox. That would be the only people.
True.
Which would be funny though, because if ABC or Disney's whole purchase goes through, they would own it all over again.
So then it would be a double no.
But then
Yeah.
there's
Fired
Comcast.
again.
But then there's Comcast.
Yeah, well, who knows? Yeah, I don't
we
know.
don't
We'll see
know.
what happens there. Number 6, more news today. Jamie Foxx to star in Todd McFarlane's new Spawn movie for Blumhouse. Did you hear about this one?
I did not know Blumhouse was actually going to
just
do a
heard this
Spawn
today.
movie.
Oh, yeah,
until
they
just now.
Yeah. So
Get hype.
How do you feel?
Jamie Foxx is set to star in the latest Spawn from Todd McFarlane. And is it Blumhouse or Blumhouse?
I think it's
Blumhouse.
Blumhouse.
Okay. Sources confirmed to Variety. McFarlane, who created the original comic, is on board to write and direct the pick. He will also produce with Jason Blum. The Spawn character first appeared in print in 1992 and gained popularity in the comics community almost instantly. In 1997, New Line adapted the character into a feature film starring Michael Jai White,
It was very good.
who follows me on Twitter.
Hey, let's go.
What?
Yes, he does. I don't know why, but HBO also took a crack at the anti-hero in an animated series that lasted for 3 seasons, which was amazing.
So good.
Each with 6 episodes and earned 2 Emmy Awards. See, it is good. In the comic, Spawn is a human turned hell spawn who possesses superhuman strength and speed and near immortality. Spawn also has the ability to teleport, shapeshift, and heal. For Fox, this will mark his second comic book film, having previously played Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He can be seen next in Robin Hood Origins, which looks so good, I'm not going to lie, as Little John, and has also recently directed and stars in All-Star Weekend. He was most recently seen in Sony's Baby Driver.
Which he was so good in.
Yeah. So, Spawn.
Get hype.
Is
so stoked.
Is there anything else to be said?
Bro.
I mean, it's gonna be good, especially since they have the guy who wrote the comic.
Yeah,
Tom
yeah,
McFarlane.
Tom
Strings.
McFarlane. Yeah.
Like that's gonna be good already.
Did you ever see the original?
I did not. I have not
Oh.
seen the movie. No, I've seen some of the animated.
Since I was gonna say since Blumhouse already has a relationship with Halloween Horror Nights.
that,
And
that's
Blumhouse
like-
is great.
That's
Yeah, I
actually
would
what
love
I'm
to
saying
see a
too.
Spawn
Yeah.
Halloween Horror
You,
Nights.
you could
house.
totally do
That'd
it,
be
dude.
awesome.
How creepy would Clown be in a house?
Oh my
Bro.
god.
Are we going to get John Leguizamo? clown.
Dude, John Leguizamo was the best part about that movie.
He was so good.
So John Leguizamo played Clown, which is basically like the devil's like second in command, right?
Yeah.
Is that what he was?
Yeah,
Kind of,
sort of. Yeah.
He's this
He
real
can
fat clown.
And then he can shift into this
Real
like
creepy.
real alien looking like
demon thing.
demon looking thing.
John Leguizamo played the Clown to a T.
He did.
He was so good.
You gotta
As
read
him.
the comics, man. It's so good.
I used to collect all the Spawn action figures.
They were
Because
so
yeah, because
Got a couple of
that's
them.
where like
Yeah.
McFarlane toys came
Yeah,
from was
yeah.
Spawn
Yeah,
because
I
of
had
how
toys too,
detailed and
yeah.
intricate they all were, and I'm so excited for this. Like Jamie Foxx isn't my favorite actor, but I know he can act, and I'm really excited to see what he can do with this.
I think he's gonna be awesome.
I think he
I'm
can
so
I think
stoked.
it'll be really good.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna switch this up a little bit. Number 7. Earlier today, had some Bethesda news, some Fallout news. So in its announcement of an announcement season, I'm sorry, Bethesda, the company behind several huge franchises, is teasing a new Fallout game, and as fans eagerly wait to see what it might be, they spent hours watching a Twitch stream that shows nothing but a television and a Vault-Tec bobblehead. Occasionally other things are happening, but it's safe to say that fans aren't tuning in to see people wander in and out of frame. They want to know what the next Fallout game will be. Based on Bethesda's history of these teases, there's a strong chance that it'll be announced tomorrow morning, 24 hours after the teaser went live. The last game in Bethesda's massive the last game in Bethesda's massive post-apocalyptic RPG series, Fallout 4, was announced in June 2015 and launched in November of that same year. One might expect a similarly short announcement to release timeframe this time around. Some fans have also theorized that this might be some sort of remaster of Fallout 3 or Switch port of Fallout 4.
Please.
But from what we've heard, this is a new game, one that takes the series in a brand new direction. We're expecting to see more tomorrow morning. Bethesda's E3 conference, which their publisher will show this game and more, will take place on Sunday, June 10th at 6:30 Pacific time. So is that what you're wanting, is Fallout Switch, not a new game?
No, I actually more prefer Fallout New Vegas because that's actually the best Fallout game.
How dare you?
Sir, please.
But it wasn't Bethesda that actually did it.
I know.
It was it
Obsidian.
Obsidian, that's right.
But they can do it because that's their property. But yeah, that'd be lit.
Fan of Fallout?
I played the most recent one. I like
Fallout
it.
4.
Minus
Very
the
good.
building. I didn't like the
I
building.
didn't do. I ignored all that. That's the main reason why.
Have you played it all, Matt?
I've watched Quinn play it, but I haven't played it myself. But
I'm excited. I was actually watching that Twitch channel earlier, so yeah, I was one of those 140,000 people.
I kind of want to just go to
check
see
it
what it
out.
looks like. I'm intrigued.
It's seriously just like the standby screen with the bobblehead. That's
are they
all it
waiting
is.
for a clue
cool,
to pop
though.
up? Is
Yeah.
that what they think's
Yeah.
gonna happen?
So it said other things are happening. What's happening? Is it like?
That's all I saw was just
Oh,
that.
okay.
So I don't know what else is happening on there.
It looks like you could have clicked on it on the article. So I'll have to go back to the
yeah.
article.
Number 8, MegaCon happened over this weekend.
Let's go.
Indeed, it did.
So Didi, you did some great coverage out there. You were out
Thank
there
you.
all 4 days, correct?
I was there all 4 days. Though Friday, because it's weird. Thursday they're open till 9, which I guess they consider that a sold out day, even though there wasn't that many people there. But I got there at 6, thinking it was going to also close at 9. This is where you should read behind your pass, because it closed at 7. So
So you were there for an
I
hour.
was literally there for an hour.
Wonderful.
Whoops.
Oops, my bad. But Saturday was that was crazy.
You were running back and forth.
don't think
I did see that you got very, very lucky that first conference.
dude.
Even though you weren't supposed to get in early.
I was supposed to get in, but Jeff Goldblum was really early. It was like, I think his was like at 10:30, no 11:30, no
I think it was
11:30.
Was it? I thought it was earlier than
No, it
that.
was 10:30. It was 10. No, it was 11:30.
Whatever.
Whatever.
it was.
So I get to the convention center around like 9:45, 10 o'clock, and I'm hearing from people like all over the Twitter sphere saying, "We're in this room waiting to get in. People have been waiting here since 7 o'clock. Bibbidi bobbidi boo," because they opened the doors really early for people who wanted to wait for
Yeah,
Jeff
you gotta
Goldblum.
get there early for that stuff.
So I get through the shuttle and I come through the back way, and it was on the 3rd floor of the Chapin Theater, which is a 2-story theater. And guy was just standing there, and I just said, "Can I go in?" He goes, "Yep." And I get in, and there's like 5 people in there, and I sit myself in the second row, and
Because of your media badge, right?
Well,
Is that what it
technically,
was?
I did read the back of the media badge. We weren't supposed to get any press or
But the guy
special
at the
privilege.
door didn't know that.
I guess
didn't know that, and so
That worked
his
out
dad is
for
our
you.
and so the way the front row was, you could tell because I'm short.
No.
Me. It was kind of higher, so I was like, let me sit in the second row, and I literally was like,
short to sit the first
yeah, I would literally have to like look up, and so I was literally probably 10 feet away from Jeff Goldblum, and
That's so cool.
which was pretty neat.
Life found a
because
way.
only VIPs were the only VIPs were the only ones that were allowed to go in, and I got in. It was really, really cool.
What was the best part about the Goldblum conference?
There was no best part about the Jeff Goldblum. That was a very disappointing.
Maybe I phrased it that way because of that.
Oh, man.
They did not allow any questions whatsoever.
No questions. He shortened it by 7 minutes. It was only a 23-minute forum.
So
And I was very disappointed.
What did they talk about? Or what, was it like the person that was the host asking him questions?
They didn't really even ask any questions. It was
It was like
just
a
trying to
rehearsed thing.
rehearsed thing to try to get him to say all his lines and impress people. Just people, like, oh my gosh, Jeff Goldblum. That was very
Bummer
disappointing.
that there were no questions.
It was that because that's why you go to a Q&A forum.
Yeah.
What was advertised on the app and on the website and everything.
And the map and everything said Q&A.
Q&A.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking people are
Well,
going
the
to
Q&A was the host, I guess.
Yeah.
Him.
I was
Did he
gonna
ask?
say, yeah.
Yeah.
And he asked maybe one question: "What's your schedule?" And he told us his schedule.
Now, on the other hand, the next conference that you went to was the exact opposite.
There was
Dude.
no one there, I heard.
John Cena?
Yeah, there was no one there.
I would say the entire
You couldn't-
first
She
row
went
was
right
filled.
over his head.
You right over your head.
You couldn't see him. He wasn't there.
Gosh,
That was for you, Banks.
that was a good one. Yeah, John Cena. That dude, he has to be. I don't know if he's acting or if he's really that way, but he's the coolest dude.
I think
The
he's
nicest dude on
really
the
that
planet.
nice.
Cool, yeah.
I think he's really just that nice.
Like, because
First off, I love that he showed up in his Cena attire. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't like
In his suit.
Yeah, he wasn't like in a polo or anything. It was jorts and a Cena t-shirt.
yeah, and the hat.
Yeah, you got
um,
the sweatbands too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, we had,
yeah.
everybody had the sweatbands. I don't remember. You can see the video on our whatchamacallit, our Twitter account.
Attractions EXP.
Attractions EXP. Thank you. Yeah, he came in, and I guess the forums this year were only 30 minutes because usually I'm used to an hour. But and so the guy was like, "Well, sorry, John, we got 2 more questions left." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, this is your lunchtime before you have to go to your photo op." And he goes, "We're gonna extend. We're gonna have everyone ask all their questions." And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "Yep, we're gonna do it. So extend." And so like he extended it, but like kept going until about
So
55 minutes, and then it was
were
like,
like, "We gotta
yeah,
go."
we gotta go. You gotta go to your photo op. So yeah, that was really, really cool. Really neat. He answered, like, some kids basically asked the same questions like 5 times, but he kept kind of like rephrasing it
That's
to
cool.
where like the main one was, "Why don't you rap anymore?" And this kid like rapped his stuff, and he goes
You think you're untouchable?
like in terms of like his freestyles.
Yeah, yeah,
it's all
yeah,
on YouTube
yeah.
now, and he's like, "That's why I don't rap anymore."
Why?
Because there was all bad stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
And so he was like, "That's why I don't rap anymore, because kids like you would be influenced to do stuff like that." I was like,
why are you such a good guy, John Cena?
John Cena?
He's the nicest.
Dude, he was so cool.
I saw he wanted to wrestle EC3.
You want to wrestle EC3? He
NXT?
endorsed the Velveteen Dream.
That's my man right now.
I'm upset that he didn't. No one asked any actor questions, which I wanted to.
Okay.
I
Why is he
regret
not in the Fast and Furious franchise?
Bro.
What was it like being Ferdinand?
Oh man, I wish because I wanted to ask him some questions about acting, but that's okay. They said the big thing though, don't ask him about his personal life. That was like the big one.
Well, yeah, because
Somebody
they didn't
asked
want to
about
bring it up
Nikki?
Nikki.
No,
yeah.
well, that was like off the bat. The host was like, just don't ask him about his personal life.
He does not
That's
want to
kinda
talk
like-
about the heartbreak.
All right, I'm letting you know right now that it's all staged. It's all kayfabe. That dude, reading everything that's going on with Total Bellas and then what's going on in TMZ stuff and whatnot, that stuff is all kayfabe.
You think so?
Oh,
You
I'm
think it's fake?
Oh my god, yeah, it's fake and
I
a
don't know.
half.
I feel like it makes sense though.
Yeah, timeline that it lines up exactly when Total Bellas premiered.
No.
Heck yeah.
I mean, no. I mean, like,
No, I know.
she
I know
wants
what you're
kids,
saying.
He doesn't. That's real.
Because Total Bellas
pretty
right
sure.
now, because I'm a huge
Do you
Total Bellas
think
guy.
they just they're still going to get married. It's
Oh, yeah.
gonna come back.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
back
hope,
together.
To be
I hope
honest
they
with
get
you-
back together. I don't care if it's real or fake.
Same. It's great TV. Like if they secretly got married, which probably would happen. Wow.
That'd be
great
really
TV.
cool.
It's great
It's,
TV.
it's all
Some
dude,
Anakin Padme stuff.
35 years of wrestling. Yeah, dude, this is all work. This is
Because who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking to one of my friends, and we talked like 2 hours about the. I was like, John Cena, he got screwed over, and she's like, no, Nikki's the one who should be deserving this. Like we were at Epcot, and we're just talking, going back, like yelling, like arguing, and like if that's what they wanted, it worked. 'Cause I'm watching it, like it's all Bree's fault. Bree's the one who's like instigating all
No,
this.
Bree is telling Nikki to stand up for herself.
Oh, stop!
Oh,
it.
we're gonna argue for 2 hours.
Argue for
after
2
this.
hours. But yeah, it was awesome. And then I saw Jim Lee, really cool dude. He basically ran the show like his own Twitch channel, which was basically anyone could just free for all, ask any question. And he was cool. He did a cool Batman sketch that he did, and then he drew Wonder Woman in 2 minutes, and then he drew Batman in not Batman, Joker in a minute and a half. Both of those videos are on the Attraction EXP Twitter channel, and yeah, that was cool. And then Catherine Tate, I kind of showed up late because Jim Lee was late, but Catherine Tate was a riot. I hope she was awesome. She was probably honestly probably my favorite form overall.
I wanted to go up and say hi to her when I was there on Sunday, but the line was too crazy.
Yeah.
Did she
Like,
take questions?
She did. She
Were
took
most
questions.
of her questions Doctor Who or?
Or
questions
Office.
were actually Office questions,
Awesome.
Really?
which was
That's funny.
awesome. And then people asked about the Catherine Tate show, which if you haven't seen, is
Are you
very
bothered?
funny.
Are you bothered?
And yeah, it was cool, man. It was a good con this year. Very good con this year. Not as many people on Saturdays I thought there would be though.
Sunday it was pretty packed Sunday. I really didn't do much other than just walking the whole entire floor because that thing was massive this year.
Huge this year.
It was crazy. So it was
Yeah.
cool going through and looking at everybody's artwork and a lot of the costumes and whatnot. Some of them I could not post on Twitter because a lot of them were inappropriate. But that's every single year.
Yeah, that's every year.
Shout out to Victoria for showing me the Star-Lord and whatnot dust.
Very.
It was very-
Oh,
the guy
cried.
did it very well. It's very well
It was-
done. It
yeah,
looked like
it was great.
legit packaging, and
That
oh
was
man,
brilliant.
yeah,
As
I got a Star Lord for
as
Justin.
soon as Tori showed it to me, I was like, I have to buy this for the girls because they're gonna cry, and
was awesome.
I'm a horrible father, so I had to do it, and
brilliant.
yeah, they
Good
loved
novelty
it.
Absolutely
gift, though.
brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll cherish it.
What a
forever.
great idea! And it was really cheap too. It was
It was
like
$3.
what $3, and then if you bought two of them, it was $5.
For
Brilliant.
a
And
really
I know
good
now-
model.
Genius.
What was the dust? Do you know?
It was his
It literally
grandparents.
just looked like sand. Oh man!
Oh wow.
I mean, if you want to go for authenticity,
No, I have no. It looked like he probably just got out of like a fireplace or
yeah,
whatever.
he literally
Yeah.
just like bought a thing of sand.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
And
it was great.
And then Thursday, I don't know if you guys saw it. If you guys saw Early Night Live, we took over for about a good 15
I
minutes.
did see that.
Which
Nice.
was really, really cool. Hung out with Josh and Brittany, and then saw Quinn and dressed up as some folks from Persona. That was really cool. And
Yeah, he was
we walked around.
Ryuji, right?
Yep, Yuji and his friend. God, her name. I'm so sorry.
Echo.
Echo. And yeah, it was fun, man. Thursday was actually surprisingly very fun. We had a lot of fun. We walked around just because there was no one on the show floor, so we kind of did all our shopping and stuff like that. Then and it
I
was
love
cool.
MegaCon.
Cool. Yeah,
MegaCon-
Sunday was like unusually packed.
It's
Yeah, Sunday was crazy.
It's really gone crazy over the last few years. I mean, we started covering it. I don't know, 8-9 years ago, and it was like small.
Yeah, like I started going.
Yeah, it gets
it
bigger
used to
every
be
year.
like 2 conventions a year. One was called the FX, and it was
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
toy
yeah.
show. And that was bigger than MegaCon. And it was
Yeah.
like somebody told me like, "Well, you should cover MegaCon. It's like more cosplayers there." And ever since then, it's just been going
Yeah, it's
rising
blown
and
up.
rising.
Huge.
And FX went away, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
now the other
Over.
one's spooky, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And the
yeah, because I've been going for this is my 14th year going, and even though it was in the
Really?
old
Wow.
convention
I don't
center
even know how many years. I've
this
gone.
year, and last year was in the newer one. This year seemed way bigger.
really,
Yeah, because it was like 4 floors worth of stuff this year.
that's crazy.
Because
Yeah,
they
I
had
didn't
the
even-
Harry Potter escape room. I don't know if Quinn got in for the Harry Potter escape
they
room.
didn't tell me.
But yeah, there was a Harry Potter escape room. They all sold out like
Wow.
within
That's crazy.
minutes as soon as like the they opened up, which was insane. Which was like I think a huge room in the 4th floor.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, MegaCon was great. Go next year if you
As
have a
always,
chance.
yes.
Yeah. That's it for my news. But while you're loading up the thing, I cannot talk today. I was able to meet Tiffany Mink. She was
cool.
over there with the Who's Its and What's Its.
Oh, yeah,
So
very
went over
cool.
and said hi to her.
Yep.
See if we can try and get her on the podcast when she comes back in town.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, she said she's really busy doing the whole park thing this week or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
but she said next time she's in, she wants to come on.
Heard that.
She actually came out and helped us cover the Starflyer. So
Yep.
she's the one
No
to be on the
thanks.
show
Nope.
this week.
Nope.
Thank
Lols.
you.
All right. Oh, it's time once again to get hype news. Okay, so we're gonna do some get hype news for this week. It's not much because there was not much that happened until like
It was all today that it
a
happened.
second until like an hour ago. So that you heard about that migrant that Malian dude who from France who saved the toddler.
No.
No.
I don't know what you're talking
What? So this guy
Oh yeah, the guy that's
From
like
Mali.
a real life Spider-Man.
he climbed. There was a toddler dangling from hanging off a balcony. He climbed 4 stories within seconds to save this toddler.
Was he like a parkour guy or what?
I don't know.
Spider-Man.
Like,
That's my theory.
And so now he got a job as in the fire department from the
Yeah,
actual
he's a citizen.
president
They
of France.
offered him citizenship.
That's crazy.
He got French citizenship, and the father, who was supposed to take care of the baby, he actually left to go to the store to go shopping, and he got caught up playing Pokemon Go. So now he faces 2 years in prison.
I
Are
hope
you
so.
kidding me? Is that real?
It's
oh,
real.
My God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is insane.
Irresponsible people.
And he's probably gonna be getting a divorce soon.
But he caught that Mew.
But he caught that Mew.
I got that Mew.
At what cost? What did it cost?
It was worth
I mean, the
Everything.
baby's fine. I mean, the baby's fine. He doesn't have to watch the baby anymore. I
There
mean,
you go.
I mean, he can just play more Pokemon Go. You know?
That is
Oy.
awful.
Everybody's got to be a
I hope
heel.
The Pokemon company specifically removes Pokemon from that prison.
PUBG finally, they hinted at it for a long time, but they're finally suing Fortnite in Korea.
Because they realize how much they've lost.
Yeah, they basically say they stole and used images from PUBG to market Fortnite. So, yeah. So, I don't know how it's going to work. It's going to be in Korea, so I don't know how that's
Interesting.
going to work out in terms
Well,
of...
because PUBG Corp is based in Korea, correct?
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. Blue mouth? Blue something.
Something, yeah.
And so...
Incent or something. Something
like
yeah.
that. And so, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Ugh.
And also, Sesame Street is suing the Happy Time Murders.
Oh, I heard
saw
about that
this.
today.
So I saw that trailer and I immediately wanted to go see it. Have you seen the trailer for this?
That's the
Melissa
adult
McCarthy.
Muppet.
Yeah.
Incredibly
Yes.
inappropriate.
And they
But
say-
I
Henson
can't
Company's doing it,
believe it's
right?
real.
No.
It's his son
Yeah.
that's doing it. It
Yeah.
was-
Somebody from named Henson is
Yeah.
behind
yeah.
it.
what's his
Brian
name? Brian Henson. Yeah.
But the actual marketing says no Sesame, just Street.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
that's what the Sesame workplace or whatever the workshop is pissed off about because hey, you're straight up using our
you
names.
used it, you
yeah,
used
yeah.
it.
If you're gonna
I don't
make-
think you're going to go anywhere. It's a parody movie, and
Yeah.
I mean,
I was kind of surprised that they did use Sesame though.
Yeah.
When I saw the trailer, I was like, wow.
It looks hilarious.
It looks.
my
I think it
God.
looks funny. It looks very. I just hope they didn't show all the funny
Yeah,
parts
in the trailer.
which I have a feeling they did.
That's
so
fine, I'll still
don't worry about it. It was very funny though. BTS has become the first K-pop group to earn a top 10 in the top 100, which is also
The
John
number one?
Cena's favorite group right now. He admitted that.
Oh wow.
And
So stupid.
someone asked him, "What's your favorite BTS song?" And he goes, "It's actually not the song that's on the radio. It's called Outro. That's the actual song on an album." He's like talking about like how great it is for like 5 minutes. We're like, I'm like,
He's being serious.
I'm like, John Cena, man. He's
The number one album in the world right now.
is it really?
I'm pretty sure that's what they were talking about on the radio today.
It's actually not that bad. I was listening to it right after right after the forum. I actually was like, let me listen to this BTS album. It's actually really good because it's a rapper. And Movie Pass is going to go under in 2 months.
maybe.
Maybe.
saga
Do you think it
never
is? Do you think it is?
I'm. If it does, I think it's their fault. I mean, I think it could be making money. They could be. You could be seeing a lot more ads in the app than you do.
Yeah.
So I don't see why they're not making money, especially all the information they have of us.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't, but of course.
Yeah,
but,
I love the service. It just
Yeah.
it seems like they have no idea what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really big roller coaster ride.
I mean, the dude said, even though the numbers are different, the guy who runs it, he says they have over 300 million in capital, but supposedly I think they're down to like 100, I think, or something like that.
Well, yeah, this story essentially said they have 2 months worth of money left,
yeah.
so we'll see.
So we'll see about that. And that's it for my Get Hype news.
All right, so topic of the show.
Oh,
Come on.
That was good.
that was actually semi-good.
It's close. It's close.
I did it for you, Didi.
We're here for some that post-con tots.
So I just wanted to do something kind of fun this week. Talk to you guys before the show started, and you have your top 5 lists of exclusively Walt Disney World shows or attractions. You know, they can be parades, shows that you see at a stadium or whatever. We have 2 different lists.
Okay.
We have a top 5 of you never want to see leave, so you want them to stay there forever. And then a list of everything that you want to go, like right now. And that could be just the whole attraction itself, or you just think it needs like an upgrade, something like that. Effect, doesn't necessarily mean it has to like go away. You just say if you want like Tower of Terror in California, you want to be updated to Guardians, something like that, or whatever. We'll go ahead and just say, do you want to go one by one, or do you would just say your whole entire list for one?
Let's do one by one.
Yeah, one by one.
Okay. All right. So we'll start with you, Matt. Of lists of attractions that you do not want to go ever. You want them to stay.
Are we counting down from?
Well, I don't have like I just have
an
a
order.
list.
Yeah, I don't have an order either.
Ones that we want to stay.
That you want to stay.
I didn't do the upgrade. I figured if it needed upgraded, then I would left it okay.
Okay.
Alone.
Okay.
Okay.
But if I wanted to completely, but we're talking about staying now.
Yeah.
So only because it's classic Disney. It's a small world.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which one do you prefer? The one here or one over in California?
California.
Okay.
People threw a fit when they added the Disney characters to it.
Oh, really? People were mad?
I love it.
I think
they
that
thought
makes
that was
it
terrible.
I
so
loved
unique and
it.
Yeah, I loved
amazing.
it.
Yeah, I
That's
loved
what
it too.
Because honestly, when we went, I was dead tired. And as soon as like Mike pointed out the first one, I go, "What?" And I'm like, "Ah!"
It was Peter Pan, right? Is the first
Peter
one?
Pan.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" And then it got me real hyped.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
update it, but keep it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Remind me to ask Matt a question about the Disneyland gangs. Maybe he knows something about it. All right, so my first. Actually, Tori, you go. We'll go counterclockwise.
Okay. Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's a good one.
All right.
that's on my list too.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to give
That's
that
actually-
up.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. But I'll go with the Carousel Progress.
That's on my list too.
Someone needs. Hey, you need somewhere to nap. It's
So not even
It's
that you
also
want.
a classic.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like you
it
want to
for-
watch a
I
show.
like it because
It's a great
classic.
show, but also if you
All right.
need somewhere to chill out and nap,
It needs updated, but keep
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Especially that VR thing. Oh God.
oh,
All
Those
right.
See, I
Girlfriend.
think that's funny though. It's funny
no.
to see how they viewed the future back then. And I agree, it needs an update.
Been there
They should
so
put a
long
new.
that it went out of style. Now
Yeah.
VR's back in style.
Well, they should put
Yeah.
they should put a new future scene in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
I love it.
that scene is
Yeah.
definitely buzz your girlfriend worthy.
As much as I love Guardians over in California, do not touch our Tower of Terror.
What?
Our Tower of Terror is something special and cannot be replaced with
See, I would
Guardians.
drop our Tower of Terror in a
Wow.
second.
If it was the same
No pun
exact
intended.
if it was the same exact ride sequence that they have over there, I think it'd be something different. But I think because we have ours set up totally different, I don't want ours to change.
So as much as you like Guardians, you still don't want it to replace.
Nope.
Oh wow, that's
I can go over to Guardians over there.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Yeah. I mean, I'd always rather have 2 different attractions than having the same attraction
Yeah.
both places. Of course, you haven't been to Japan and ridden the high tower version of Tower of
Oh,
Terror.
I want to ride that
I don't know
so
what that
bad.
is.
Yeah, it's not Twilight Zone, but they made up their own story
Oh, okay.
about this hotel owner that got cursed.
Oh, cool,
Really?
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Now I'm kind of curious. I'll
That's
have to
lit.
look
We,
that
we
up
have
now.
a video of it on our YouTube.
Attraction,
channel.
YouTube.com/attractionsmagazine.
Hashtag ad. Oh.
Jesus.
We're like the aliens from.
Matt, your second one.
My second one, Big Thunder Mountain.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
love it. It's just fun.
It's a good one. Oh, it's me again.
Which one do you prefer, Disneyland or Disney?
Disneyland for the new effect that they added. Yeah.
But I prefer our ride too.
Yeah, it's more extreme. Sorry.
Star Tours. Predictable, but I'd keep it.
All right. There's no wrong answers.
And
no
you
wrong-
can always
keep updating
update
it,
it. You
yeah.
can
There's only-
continuously
Yeah.
update it.
There's
Which
only-
is why it's great.
There's
Yeah.
actually only one wrong answer for this one if you do want to keep it, but we'll hope that no one says it.
If you don't want to keep it,
Yeah, if you,
Okay.
I mean, if you do want to keep it, there's only
Okay.
one wrong answer.
okay.
Because there's one that should definitely just go away forever and ever and
We'll
ever.
probably talk about that in the go.
All right. The Tomorrowland Transit Authority.
That's in mine too.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Such a good one.
People
Alright.
mover.
This is an easy one to say just because the ride technology, but it's the only ride in Walt Disney World that I would wait 2 hours for. It's Flight of Passage.
I honestly
Oh,
totally
yeah.
forgot about Pandora.
Same. I forgot about Pandora too.
Well, I'm just thinking like what I would wait in line for, and it was
That's
the
fair.
only ride that I waited. It was 2 hours, and the kids said right afterwards, "Let's go wait again."
It's a
Wow.
treasure. It's a
It's very
treasure.
good.
I love
thought
it,
of
and I'm not a
things
fan
that
of
were-
Avatar. Like the movie's okay, but this made me love the ride.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any more because I agreed with the ones he said and she said.
So what was the
we're
other
all set
three?
on this day. Well, Carousel Progress, Haunted Mansion, People Mover, Big Thunder, and Small World. Was
Okay.
on my
Okay.
All
five.
right. What's others that you haven't said yet?
Spaceship Earth.
Okay.
I love Spaceship Earth. It needs an update. Don't get me wrong, but
I-
I
Yeah.
would keep it.
I actually think
It's
it should
an
go back.
amazing ride.
I think it should go back to the old Spaceship
I
Earth.
agree with
Okay.
you. I do not like the ending. I
Okay.
wish it was its
The
original.
whole
self.
second half needs to be
Okay.
scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree with that.
Didi?
Illuminations needs to stay forever. They got rid of the first greatest show on Walt Disney World, Wishes. So we need to keep another great one.
Illuminations. is that
I'm
right?
ready for Illuminations to go or be updated.
All right.
No,
Update it.
All right.
protect it.
All right.
Protect it at all costs.
Everest. I love our Everest.
I have that on
my-
yeah,
Very good.
I love Everest. Even with Disco Yeti, I'm totally fine with him staying disco. Just for the love of God, stop throwing your hair ties at the
Oh,
top of the mountain.
please.
Stop it. Stop it.
That's still a thing.
It's still a thing.
I'm about to write an article and
About
or
the
have
hair
somebody
ties?
write an article, probably Brittany, about the hair ties, the pennies that they throw places.
Oh, it's so annoying.
in the Avatar queue,
Yeah.
there's an extra.
Yeah,
Really? It's a
yeah,
thing, too?
yeah.
pennies, yeah. Yeah, all
Just
in
ruins
the
the
forest
entire
area.
Do that.
It's- and the trains, they throw it on the trains. It's like it's not a fun
That's
thing.
why we
It's not
can't
a-
have-
There's no
yeah.
target there.
Yeah.
That's why
We're
we can't have nice
monsters.
things.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything else we haven't said yet?
Dinosaur.
Keep dinosaurs.
Wow.
I love dinosaur.
Wow.
Interesting.
I love it. I will never forget my mom. I think my mom was working for Cruise Line at the time. They had a party there, and I rode it for like 2 hours straight. We didn't
Oh,
get
wow.
off of it because that was one of the rides they had going, and like no one was on it. So we just sat there and rode it for 2 hours straight. And then the lady turned on
And
the
you still
lights
like
for the
it?
last time, and it was awesome.
Oh, awesome!
I also love dinosaurs. So
Did you get video?
this was like I was probably in like middle school. So no,
I got evac'd off dinosaurs, so that was interesting.
Oh, cool.
Turn the light on, and I'm
I've
just
never
like,
been evac'd ever.
I'm like,
Oh wow!
I got evac'd off the TTA one time too. They gave us a fast pass to anything we wanted to, and a cold bottle of water for waiting
Wow.
45 minutes on
Oh.
the TTA.
Wow.
My favorite evac was different subject, but Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was really cool.
The worst evac though is Jurassic Park. Oh, they make you walk.
that. I
They make
heard
you
that. My
walk
friend had to do
backstage. They make
that.
you walk through the ride, then walk backstage, and it's like you have to walk literally like maybe a mile.
Oh, so it's like a
around.
Disneyland exit.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, oof.
All right.
that's
Anything
brutal.
else on there that we haven't said yet?
I did say Everest. So he said
Okay.
Or
He said it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everest. So yeah,
That's everything for
that's,
you.
that's everything for me.
So
Wait, one more. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The laughing floor.
Okay. The laugh floor.
The laugh floor.
Yeah, Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Okay.
I love bad jokes.
Yeah. I send the same one in every single time. They never say it.
Oh,
Oh.
What did the ghost say to the bee? Boo bee.
See, they'll never,
I know, but I always do it. There was one time where they're like, "All right, Mike from Winter Haven, we can't say your joke, but that's really funny." I'm like, yeah.
That's funny. Oh my god.
And I was that guy one time, so that was really fun.
same here.
Jungle Cruise. Like you were saying, bad jokes. Jungle Cruise, like if you get a really good skipper,
It's perfect.
I could
Brilliant.
I could almost wet my pants. Like that's how much I laugh on that ride.
Agreed.
Like if like the driest person ever, like with no emotion, I will lose my mind. I will die laughing. Jungle Cruise.
Love it.
It's always good when you hear a new joke too,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because they literally have a book
The-
of jokes.
like there
there's
was
so many.
there was one time where I think it was the same person who did the same it was the two jokes that this person did, and it was like oh my god, it's the hippos, I know how to get rid of them, I love you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, ah!
Yes, I had someone do that one time
Oh
too.
god, I lost it. And then
That's
there was
good.
another one where they did like a disco thing going on. Oh yeah, it was hilarious. All right, so top 5 rides that you want to go away right now.
Okay.
They can even if you just want to say, go away and be updated, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Matt.
Yeah, I didn't do that. So
That's fine.
These are ones that I just want to go away. I don't
outta
even want
here.
them to be updated.
Get out
I
of
love
here. Off the podcast.
So, Rivers of Light.
Whoa. I didn't even think about that one.
Well played. I didn't even think about that one.
Shots
either.
fired.
Yeah.
It is a bad one.
Very bad.
Yeah. The animatronic
It's
is
not
really
terrible.
cool.
But after you've seen it once,
They could
you
use
don't really want to see it
Some
again.
sprucing up. They could use a little sprucing up.
It's only a year old. It shouldn't
But they
need a
can't
sprucing
do-
up.
Well,
Yeah.
but I'm saying in general, it's pretty. That's why people don't like it. There's not really like
There's
a
no
big
oomph to it,
moment.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
but how
Very
much of an
generic.
oomph can you do when you have animals like right next door? You know what I mean? Like you have to be they have to be considered the animals. They can't have like fireworks going on for 15 minutes. Like that's not good.
yeah.
They could do a really cool light show.
Just put the animatronic
Well, I agree. I'm
animals
just
in
saying
there.
like
It's
people
fine.
like people want fireworks. You can't have fireworks. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tori. First one.
Okay, so I don't like Jingle Bell Jingle Bam at all at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, bless your heart.
Not a fan at all.
Okay.
Would like for that to just go away. I don't need an update. I just just play the Star Wars.
Oh my God.
That's fine.
Didi.
So if we're gonna talk about updates, I'm just gonna do this as an update. Not saying it's bad.
Okay.
New Year's Eve at Epcot should be after 7 p.m. 21 and up. 'Cause that
Really?
would be-
That's how you feel?
Never gonna happen.
But
But they should.
It's supposed to be a family park. They're
Yeah.
not
But-
going to do that.
They can show they can throw a great party. I'm telling you that
I
right
mean,
now.
they could definitely
Great party.
like do an event in a specific location and charge people for it.
Yeah.
That would be a thing.
I'd pay.
But I don't think they would shut the whole park.
I could see him doing it like she said if it was a special, like you have to
Yeah.
pay to come into this special party. And then, I mean, I don't know if they've ever done any adults only like in the park, but
They should.
it wasn't a private event.
Turtle Talk. Get rid of Turtle Talk.
Okay.
Oh man,
I feel
you
you on
know
that
what?
one.
I'm gonna
feel
put
you
that
on
on
that
my
one.
list because I don't have 5. That's
I feel you on that
I actually have 6.
or at least update it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
At least update it.
Yeah. Turtle Talk is just it.
I thought about that one. Even though
had
I
its
don't
time.
enjoy it, I think some people do.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
kids
sure like the
love it,
kids
but-
like
The
it.
technology,
Yeah.
But it's had its time.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so too.
It's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's true.
Matt.
Mission Space.
Wow. Even with the new
Even
update.
with the update,
haven't
I just don't like that ride technology, and it worries me because the new Star Wars ride, one of them looks when it was being built, it looked the same way as when Mission Space was being built with the circular where it spins you around to feel gravity, and that's the Millennium Falcon ride. So I'm worried that it's using that same technology.
Is it really because
God, I
Gary
hope
Sinise isn't on it anymore? Because that's why I don't like it.
But it has.
But it's Gina Torres
yeah.
who is the greatest.
Is she Gary Sinise in female form?
But she was in Destiny, or she
And
still is
she's
in
in
Destiny.
Firefly.
Ah, that Destiny.
I don't like the one that spins. I don't like the way it makes me feel afterwards. And
Oh yeah,
the
I
other one,
can't do it.
I
The
understand.
other one, you're just sitting in a room pushing buttons, looking at the screen.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
they go.
Yeah, I get
And
it.
the update
Yeah.
kind of sounded cheesy.
I
Yeah.
actually like the arcade game after the ride
Oh,
more than.
that was my jam. When that opened, I spent hours in there.
Yeah, there's a couple
Feel it
times where
super
me and the kids
important.
sat there and played it for like an hour.
So fun.
Tori.
Test track, and I don't fully want to get rid of it. I don't like the new update at all. I don't like the new update
Yeah.
at all.
I
like the old one better,
If they
but OG
made
Test
it
Track.
like
OG Test
honestly turn it into obviously we're getting Tron
Cars.
now, but at the
Yeah.
time I said just turn it into a Tron thing because that's what it feels like, but it's
Yeah.
like a not as good
Tron
version
track.
of
Yeah.
a Tron
Yeah.
thing. I don't know. I like the original. I don't like the update.
I'm with you.
All right, I'm going to classic territory here. Tom Sawyer Island. Yeah, blow it up. Get rid of it.
Oh my
It's-
god! But
it's
what would
horrible.
you put there? What would you put there?
That's a good question.
What do I put there?
You have to put something there.
It could just be a body of water. I mean, I don't care. Retheme it, I guess. It's not good.
Did you go out there on at Disneyland?
I thought it was worse.
You thought it was worse?
The only thing that I thought was cool over in the one in California was the one pirate
I would say
cave.
the Pirates Land.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
Pirate Cave was cool.
Because
but-
they had like the effects of like, oh, if you grabbed into something, the skull will pop out, or or you saw like the AR technology or whatever. But just like, it's the same thing.
I never cared for it.
I feel like they do like Sorcerer's is like a little different, but they do the pirate treasure game around Adventureland, which is really fun. I feel like they could do something similar to that there.
Yeah, that would
like,
be a good
retheme
place
it and
for
make
it.
it like
Yeah.
an interactive like map.
Yeah, some kind of
thing.
game you do out
Yeah,
there by
yeah.
running around
Yeah.
the island. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tori, you were saying this earlier. I think is who you're talking about Spaceship Earth, right?
No, I love Spaceship Earth. I mean, I put
No,
that,
you said-
I put
you
that on
said
my other list, but
to
yeah,
stay.
yeah. I missed the old Spaceship Earth. I missed
I
the
said
end
the
scenes.
second half specifically of Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
I remember like as a kid, like going backwards and seeing the school classroom
with the bee.
Yeah, and then like
then Skype,
the mom
their
tucking
idea
her
of
kid
Skype,
in
yeah.
a bed, or whatever.
And then you saw the skyline, the little skyline, and
And they were so good too. The scenes looked
Yeah.
so good.
I don't know if they just
Music.
need a different sponsor or what, but the whole cartoon thing at the end is so bogus.
Yeah,
it's
no
to get
one
rid
Well,
of
they
it.
lost their
Fine.
sponsor, so there's a chance they'll get a new sponsor and fix
Oh,
it
so
up
Siemens
again.
is gone?
Yeah.
Okay, so good. Go away, Siemens. Somebody come in and do something because
Please.
I hope
it's
so
horrible.
too.
And
It's not
that
good.
whole exit area and all the games don't really grab me. They're kind of like,
Is it AT&T or Verizon that was like a big sponsor?
AT&T
Yeah.
was used to be. Yeah.
Oh, that's who it was before. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. All right. So yeah. Something. Do something because it's horrible.
yeah, it's not good.
Matt,
I'll say the obvious here: the Stitch's Great Escape.
that's closed already, right?
see,
It,
that
it
was
is,
on
but it
mine.
isn't.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
closed off and on. It's a seasonal
on mine as well.
attraction.
Oh, so it's going to
So
open,
it
like,
could be open this summer.
Kill it with fire, or
But yeah,
bring the alien
get
back.
something else.
Bring back Alien Encounter.
Yeah.
Bring back Alien
And
Encounter.
it's so funny because we didn't notice until the last ride or time we rode Guardians that XS Tech is in the Guardians ride.
Yeah.
And we're like,
That's
cool.
there's still references to XS. Bring it back.
Yeah.
I loved Alien Encounter.
Scared
Is
the
Skippy and Galleon.
So,
First and only time I repeat on myself. First time I ever rode the ride.
well, here's
Good
another
luck.
first for you. That was the first time Frock and I ever made out with an alien encounter. Why alien encounter? I have no idea. But
It was dark.
no, it was like in the queue. We were those
Not
kids.
even when it got dark.
Did they have the
Yeah. Because
Yes, I was
he
gonna say,
walked
that
on you
sounds
or whatever.
very
Yeah, no.
You walked
No,
behind
it was
and
totally
those,
the
like,
queue.
neck contraptions.
he walked behind you and
But of course,
breathed on
we
you.
won't have Chairman Clench come back or whatever because of stuff that happened with him. But they could totally do something.
Who was he?
He was the guy from like Who's Harry Crumb and then Howard the Duck. He kind of got caught doing stuff with
Oh.
children.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, bring back an alien encounter. Go ahead, Tori.
I just think it needs to be updated or something done with it. Laugh floor. Sorry, Didi, love you so much. But that's just one of the ones that I think of that I'm just like, when someone's like, let's go, I'm like, oh, okay.
Really?
Like, that's one of the ones
Brock
that I'm
is like that too. I love
because
Laugh
I
Floor though.
just feel
I love
like,
it.
don't get me wrong, I think it's brilliant. The technology's awesome, but like after a while, it's just like the same song and dance for me. Like I'm just like,
See, very rarely do I ever get like the same jokes. Like even
Yeah,
if
I
it
don't
is
get
the
the
same
same
jokes, like the people that are participating, like they make it funny.
Yeah.
So it's just like I love it.
It's not something I do every time, but it's good once in a while.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
if I go,
let's
it's
go
only
check
for
it
that
out.
guy.
Didi.
It's a small world. It
Whoa.
needs to go. Get out of here.
That's gonna fight you.
It's my
Wow.
mom's favorite ride, and like when my mom came and we went on it,
Why do you
literally,
hate your mother?
I'll let your mom slap you.
She did want to slap me. She's like, "You're gonna enjoy it because this is my only time I get to ride it." So first time in 20 years of riding it, she was just like, "You're gonna enjoy it." I'm like, "Okay, mom."
So I don't know the actual name of it, but the Tales with Belle.
Enchanted Tales with
And
Belle.
Yeah,
there you go.
Enchanted
Yeah,
Tales with
get rid of
Belle.
that. Get rid of that. Do something else with that
Yeah.
area.
But for the
Yeah.
little kid, the little kid.
Sure, but like,
I'm not a kid,
Just
so
make
I
it
don't
a
care.
quick meet and greet with Belle.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what
they
it's
should've
called.
done
the
that.
coolest part of that whole entire attraction is one
mirror.
walking through the mirror or two Lumiere. Like Lumiere
yeah,
and
that's
like
cool.
how cool that
Oh, yeah.
animatronic looks
Yeah.
is really.
I
really
also
good.
enjoyed. They have the. I can't remember her name.
Oh, the Madame
Oh,
Wardrobe.
yeah,
yeah,
wardrobe.
the wardrobe. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
It's
really
just like,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
once
something else with
is
it.
good. I did it once.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
All right, Matt.
Oh, the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival. at
Bring
Epcot.
Captain EO back.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that space is wasted on just watching
I agree.
3D movies.
that you
Yeah.
can see on your
Yeah.
DVDs when you buy them.
Not in
Yeah,
3D,
stick with
but
them,
yeah,
not
well,
3D.
if you had 3D TV, I guess. But yeah, do something else. That theater is not built for that.
Something
so,
unique.
Yeah.
Not Captain EO though.
What?
No.
How dare you?
No.
Yeah,
Get
that's
outta
that's come and gone again.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
had-
Twice.
Yeah.
And nobody liked it the second time either.
That's not true.
That's-
There
Nobody
a
was ever
pretty-
in that show.
I was in that show.
I always went every time I went.
Same.
And who else was in there? 3 other people?
That's true. The people that care only show up like on the last night. Like
Yeah.
the last night was
Exactly.
sad. I was there the last
Yeah.
night.
I was there the last
last
night, too.
show.
Like, where were the rest of you people when, this
Yeah, where
ride
were you?
needed
I always
people?
yell at
Yeah.
people. I'm like, where were you
Yeah.
when they needed people?
We
in
love
here?
this ride. We love. No, you don't.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you loved it. You would have been here.
Yeah. Didi. No, I'm sorry. It's your go, Tori, right?
No, I think I said 5 because agreed with you on the one.
No, because Matt just said the
I just
Pixar
did
thing.
my fourth
Yeah.
one.
I know, but I said I agreed with you on the one. So
Oh,
that
Oh,
was
okay.
my
So if
one.
yours
yeah,
is done,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
That's all right.
okay.
God, I can't remember.
Spaceship
Oh, well.
Earth, Tales of Bell, Turtle Talk.
Turtle Talk was what I agreed.
Okay.
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 Buzz Lightyear. It's gotta go. It's
Not
gotta
even
go.
an update.
All right.
Just
So
go.
update or just go.
It's gotta go.
Oh
Okay.
wow, I don't.
Wow.
know.
Unless they do a massive upgrade.
So I really like the one that we did in California. So
The
I
one in
think if it
California's
did
cool.
like that,
The guns there are so
Yeah.
much easier to
There's-
shoot with. 'cause
actually,
you can move
I
them.
will disagree.
I like that you can move them.
Oh, is it because Fraka beat?
We sucked horribly,
were
and
horrible.
we're
That's
really
just
good
'cause
at
Fraka's
it.
better
No,
than
no, no,
you.
no. I'm just saying, like, there's something off. I don't know if it was just like the guns that we had specifically, but it was very hard to aim in there. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was. Like
Fraka,
you could tell it was
Fraka sucks at Buzz Lightyear. Like the one here, she's horrible at it. But she was killing it. So I don't know if like her eyes were off, or her glasses were crooked, or what. But it was very strange.
This
Yeah.
just sounds like an excuse to me, guys. You
Oh,
just
No, no, no,
have
no,
it
no,
all
no,
day.
yeah,
no,
It's
no, no,
okay.
no, no. Space Mountain. Go away, Space Mountain. Bring over hyperspace. If not hyperspace, whatever it is that they, that it's not Star Wars time or whatever. Ours
Yeah, their
needs,
track is way better.
their track is so much better than
track is
ours.
so much better.
I like the music in your ears type deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Going off of that at the same time, if they closed R&R instead and turned that into the same type of thing, I'm totally fine with it.
Rock and Roller Coaster
I'm-
with the Star Wars music is
Well, that's the thing. Like,
an
if
experience.
I'm one of the biggest Aerosmith fans there are, I'm totally fine with them going away. I've heard it, 20 bazillion times for the past, 22 years now.
And
I
you've
think
been
is what it
preparing
is.
yourself for this
So
moment.
I think it's time. It needs to get an update.
Yeah, both those you don't truly want to see go away if they would get an update to be better.
Yeah. They don't have to go away. Just an upgrade.
Yeah.
Whether it be Space Mountain's just track or changing the theming to R&R, something has to be
Yeah.
done with each of them.
Yep.
I know they tried to with Space, a couple years ago, but just it wasn't enough of an upgrade. Do you have anything left, Matt?
I do, and two actually because they go together.
Okay.
A Triceratops spin and the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, just because they're rides you can ride at
Yeah.
Fun Spot. I mean, they're not Disney
Yeah.
rides.
Would you take away
But do
Dumbo
you
too?
get spit
Yes.
at
So I
by
think I would leave
camels?
Dumbo just because of how classic it is.
Okay. It's
classic.
Okay.
And,
You can have
and
one
you're
ride
riding in
per-
an elephant. And I almost put the teacups on there just because every theme park I've been to has some kind of teacup ride. Is
That's so
exactly
true.
like that.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I would agree with that though.
But
Same.
at a regular carnival, do you get spit at by camels?
Oh
That's
Lord.
the question.
No, not well. You probably get spit out by a real camel.
no, thank you.
Some places.
Didi.
There's one ultimate answer to all this, which ride should just go away forever and ever and ever and never come back.
This isn't Universal. You can't say E ET.
The Primeval World. Get rid of it.
Cannot
Get rid of
relate.
it.
I love it.
I hope they
love
just
it so
hope
much.
Carmen Sandiego comes, steals it, and we never find it again.
I like that ride, but they do have the exact same ride at Fun Spot in Kissimmee.
Oh, really?
The,
It's
yeah,
just
the exact
not,
same one.
It's exact same track and everything.
And
It's
it
just,
spins while it goes down the
Yep.
track.
It used to
Wow.
be
just
at
not themed to
Cypress Gardens.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it less deadly than
No,
the one at
no,
Disney?
it feels just as
ride.
deadly.
Exact same ride. So in that sense, I always like to see Disney have something that nobody
Yes,
else
that
has.
nobody-
yeah.
Yeah.
The one that I'm gonna get heat for, but I've said it, weeks past, whatnot. Whether it be gone altogether for something brand new or just update Illuminations.
I hate you so
Yeah.
much right
No
now.
way. No.
Believe me, I've said time and time again that Illuminations is still my favorite fireworks show
Because it's the
on
best
property.
one.
It is the best one, but
Since
the
they got rid of
show
Oasis.
itself needs to be updated. Like the whole spinning globe thing, with the video on there, all that needs to be
This is all
updated.
classic.
Yeah.
No.
How long has it been there?
A very long time.
16 years.
Since like the Millennium thing ended. It needs to go.
Yeah.
It need-
It needs an update.
Yeah, yeah.
It needs. I'd like to see Illuminations, whatever.
yeah,
some-
because
something
Illuminations
else
got
to
the
it.
big bangs. They got the boom boom boom. But yeah, just
Just keep the song. Please keep the song.
The song is
rework.
Major
the song,
hype.
yes,
maybe.
they can do that. They need to redo the slow time, of like of
Yeah,
like
that's
the
true.
the
Yeah.
cheetahs running through Africa
Watching
and
that,
yeah.
a movie screen that's on a round ball is
Yeah.
nothing exciting anymore.
But that's when you know you should start walking towards the exit.
Exactly, and then you can
That's what I do
interpretive
every time.
dance
That's
to
what I-
the
get
song,
outta
which
here.
is what I do. Yeah.
That's what I do every time. As soon as that stuff starts, because it's like 10 minutes, I just start walking towards the exit, and you see the fireworks from your Spaceship Earth, and you're good.
And how many people think that false ending they leave
Oh,
anyway?
yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
noticed
yeah.
that. I noticed that on Sunday. I was like, I kept yelling, "It's not over!
This is the extra scene. You're watching a Marvel
There's
movie.
more!"
But of course, that's our list. If you would like to comment of what you would like to stay or leave, send us a tweet at AttractionsEXP. And of course, in the video version, just put a comment right there down below. Yeah,
Right there.
Let's go ahead and get into new releases really quick because we're running kind of late.
Are we really running?
Yeah, we're at 140 right now, dude.
Wow, we are just on this roll of
Pick it up,
just
pick it up.
going over with these new releases. What's new for this week, Mike?
So movie-wise, a couple of decent ones. Action Point, I'm actually really excited for. That's the Johnny Knoxville movie about Action Park up in New Jersey. It's
yes,
it's
you
like
told me about
Jackass,
that. Okay.
but it's them in an actual movie. I can't wait to see this movie. It looks ridiculous. Like
okay.
Frocka actually hates Jackass, but she's like, yeah, I'd probably go see this. So
Heard that.
yeah, I'm excited about that. What are the get hype movies of the summer?
Woo, let's go, baby.
Upgrade comes out this
Let's
this
go.
week. That's one where like dude gets like an implant in the back of his like spine or neck or something.
Something like that.
And it controls his movements, and he starts going all Bruce Lee on everybody, and it looks absolutely ridiculous.
And after asking the creator, the man who created the Impossible White Man genre itself, he says it's an Impossible White Man movie.
wait a minute, who's this?
Rodimus Prime.
From the podcast you listen to.
podcast I listen to.
So it is an Impossible White
He did
Man
state it is an
because
Impossible
he
White
doesn't
Man
have
movie.
superpowers.
He doesn't have superpowers. It just kind of
They're controlling his movement.
it's his thing. So
I'm excited for that
I'm
one.
excited about this. It's gonna be good.
Game wise, there's a couple. Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. And so if you're into the whole Harvest Moon thing, yeah, I'm sure Brittany's probably excited about it.
Oh yes.
Sega Genesis Classics Edition. Whatever.
Is this the official one?
How many different Sega Genesis classic games there can be?
Aren't they on your phone now? too?
Yeah,
you
basically.
get on your phone now for free.
And of course, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition came out. It's basically everything minus 4 and 5.
You get 4.
Is there 4 on there too?
Yeah, you just don't get 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Listener mail really quick. Matt Clark.
Question.
He says, so the next James Bond film will be distributed by Universal Pictures. Will this lead to anything Bond related at Universal Orlando in the future? Mr. Attractions,
Yeah, I was
what do you
gonna
think
say.
over there?
I hope so. The latest rumor on the T2 3D is Jason Bourne.
Yeah, that's what I keep
We're
reading
getting ready
too.
to put a rumor story up about that, but I'd rather see James Bond than Bourne. But I don't know. I hope so. That would be perfect fit.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, it's just they said that this might be actually Daniel Craig's last
one.
Bond film. So
Wasn't the last one the one before?
Yeah, that's what we all thought then too.
Until-
I still haven't seen that one.
until he realized he gets like 50 million plus per
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
It's like the only movie he actually acts in anymore, right? CJBT Productions, question for the podcast. One, if you could bring back one ride in either Disney or Universal that's no longer around, which one?
One that immediately came to mind was the old King Kong ride.
Oh,
I thought about that
confrontation.
too.
Let's
Yeah.
go,
Yeah,
baby.
I think that's what my answer would be as well.
I would bring back Alien Encounter. That's what I'd bring
Kind
back.
of. I'm kind of between like Jaws and Great Movie Ride.
Okay.
Okay.
As much as I
I'm
love
not
Back
sure.
to the Future, that the whole system and it was
Yeah,
kinda
technology's
jerky
old,
and,
Yeah.
Two, if you could bring back one ride from any other theme park anywhere in the world to Orlando, which one? I have no idea. I've never been anywhere else. Matt, maybe.
I would do the Pirates from what I've seen. That's incredible.
Well,
I
yeah.
love the Pirates.
Does he
from
say not
Shanghai.
Disney?
No, he just says from any other theme park in the world.
Okay, well, yeah, we said that Pirates, but I was gonna say if it's not Disney or not Universal, the Justice League ride at the Six Flags. It's kind
Oh,
of a
yeah.
shooting ride.
Oh, cool,
It's
cool.
really fun.
Yeah.
And then our friend Jamie Odell, she wants to
Hey.
know what video games we're looking forward to this year.
There's only one video game that matters this year.
Spire Remastered.
Get the hell out of here. Red Dead Redemption
Red
2.
Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, and
Spider-Man as
I
well.
pray
yes.
E3 announces Anthem was going to come out. I hope. It
No,
comes out.
I don't think it's going to be this year. I really think it's going to be next year. Rumor is that more Final Fantasy VII news is going to come out. Kingdom Hearts, the more stuff I see for this, the more I can't wait for it. It looks so cool. Really excited about it. Fallout. If there's more Fallout, I'll play the heck out of that. But Red Dead is my end all be all now.
Red Dead is my end all be all. It's the reason why I'm more than likely to get an Xbox One X, because I'm probably going to get it for that, depending if they do different content for whichever. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Video games. What a time to be alive right now. I still got to play Detroit. I played the demo. Seems cool. Want to play it. I'll probably just Redbox it, though.
Yeah, I'm going to Redbox it.
Yeah.
Either Redbox it or wait till Christmas.
Yeah, since there's no Best Buy Gamers Club unlocked anymore. Tori, where can everybody follow you on the social medias?
On Instagram, it's at Boba Foxx. On Twitter, it's at Tori Fett. And you can catch my newest tutorial on the Attractions Magazine YouTube for an orange bird look.
All right.
Oh,
Matt,
wow, look at that.
where can everybody follow you on the socials?
Well, me personally, on Twitter at Matt Boom. Otherwise, I'm just on all the attractions channels. So
You're the one that's
Magazine or
that's running the
Attractions.
Instagram and the Snapchat and
Not the
everything
only one, but one of the ones. Yeah.
And they post really cool stuff from like wherever they go, which is really neat because they just went to like Europe and
Yeah, we'll
It's
have
really, really
some
neat.
posts this coming week
Yeah.
from Banks and I in Paris for the Fan Days event. And
cool.
Banks will be doing some attraction adventures from there when he gets
Oh,
back.
cool.
Quinn still has to post some attraction adventures from our cruise we just recently took. So
All right.
and they're really quick at replying. So if you have any questions and stuff like that while they're gone and stuff, go check it out.
Yeah. Didi, what about you?
You can find me on all types of social media except Facebook, Black Timus Prime, BLAKTIMUS Prime. Follow me. And
Love me.
love me, and follow our Twitter account.
Yeah, if you want to follow the Twitter account, it is at AttractionsEXP. If you want to send us an email, it's going to be expansiondrive@attractionsmagazine.com. Of course, we'd like to thank each and every week MEI Travel,
Yes.
Mastermind Travel,
Thank you.
and Universal Fan Travel
Well,
for sponsoring the show each and every week.
Every
Well, check them out for a free quote with no obligation.
Nada.
Of course, thank you to Gift Cards to World's Village for allowing us to record the podcast
Thank
and
you.
the show here each and every week. Go to Give Kids the World Village, or is it Give Kids the World?
GT, when it give kids the world, DJDW.org.
Okay, .org, and you can check out some of those behind the themes tours. Like I said, they got a really couple cool ones coming up. And Fun Spot. Who doesn't love Fun Spot? Go check out the Fun Spot one. That sounds fun. I think that's going to be it for us. Yeah. Anything else, before we get out of here? Good talk. All right, from the Good Brothers and the Good Sister. Too sweet.
Get hype! Wow!